won't even reach.
Oh.
It's fine. You know what? It's fine. I really don't care. I can see it. I'm fine. I'll be
What
alright.
if we? Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we just move this back a little bit? And you stand right there.
Oh, facts. Wait, okay, here. I'm going to move this chair.
Here, I'll move in because I'm small. Yeah, wait. Beautiful. Here, go a little farther so I can, like, turn. Yeah, it's perfect. Wait, yeah. Yeah, this is better.
This is best. Right? Oh, wait, we have to connect the phone.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God.
Wait, okay, it's which one? Motive?
Yeah. No, it's reported. It's reported.
Oh, report it, okay. Dude, we're so dumb. Wait, which one is it? This one?
Is the green light on?
No, it's not. Wait, is there a button? Oh, fuck. Wait, here, let's figure it out. Hold on. Oh, what's the password? The password's like,
It's Gino.
Alright, wait, hold on. Oh, we're good.
Gino 1345. I
think I saved it.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. Connect. Okay, it's connected.
Here, wait.
No.
Are we good?
Oh, in the Game Time CT ranking, so I'm expecting a very good game here today.
Yeah, and I called the Newington game, you called the St. Joe's game right before that, so we'll be able to compare how those two games fit into this game. We can see what they've learned from lessons from each of those two games. A not so good opponent last week, but then a very good opponent in St. Joe's the 2 weeks before. So it's going to be interesting to see how this team learns from those two games and how they get out there tonight and try to get out fast. I think that's a big key for this team tonight.
Yeah, one thing for Staples is they want to get the running game going with Alex Fiala, the junior running back. He's definitely a very strong guy, breaks a lot of tackles, and he's very talented, but the records still haven't really been able to get him going very much. Last game, in that big win, 12 carries for 44 yards, so only a 3.7 yards per carry average. So definitely going to be a point of emphasis here for this record team today, as they finally want to get that thing going, so that they're not so much of a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Staples to get out fast, get the ball on the ground. I think that if Smith can get on his legs moving also, that's a big point from last game. 3 rushing touchdowns for Smith. That's extremely impressive. They're going to need a good job from Smith today. He can make mistakes. In the first half versus Newington, he threw for 3 interceptions, and that is something we cannot have. If we were playing an opponent that had more talent, then that would have been a tough loss, because 3 interceptions in the first half is not a game that you normally win. But Smith came out in the second half, and he's going to use that momentum today to carry in.
And one thing that Smith has done, obviously, in those 2 wins is he was able to get out of the pocket and make throws on the run and obviously do some damage on the ground as well. That was the one thing he wasn't able to do in that St. Joe's loss, where Staples took a 42-21 defeat. St. Joe's did a great job of keeping him in the pocket and not letting him get loose in the running game. So if Caleb Smith can do his thing and get on the ground and make some plays like he usually does, then I think Staples is in for a very good treat here today.
Yeah, one key for this squad is Tyler Clark in the open field. Once you get Tyler Clark in football and you give him room to run, he's probably faster than everyone else on these teams. He's committed to West Point for lacrosse, so obviously he has speed, he has athleticism. He plays the X in lacrosse, the position that requires a lot of speed. And he's an athlete. He's a guy that once the ball in his hands, you can't. I tried guarding him in basketball one time. It was tough.
Did not end well.
He's a very shifty guy. He can get to the hole. And this in football, obviously, having those moves, the way to have that burst of speed is important. And able to get out fast on the run is a huge part of this Staples offense.
Another guy I'm also looking forward to seeing today is Michael Nealon. He's been absolutely amazing for this record defense. Last game against Newington, 15 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. And in the St. Joe's game that I called, he was unbelievable. 7 catches and 128 receiving yards as a tight end. So he's a two-dimensional player. He can play both sides of the ball. So that's something that you love to see out of one of your players.
And now the kickoff is getting underway. Jack McCall taking the kickoff. It's Trumbull back to return. A little windy here tonight, so that could be an issue on the kicks, but we'll see.
McCall, I don't think he missed an extra point last week.
No, he did not. He went 5 for 5, I believe. So good effort by him out there. So now he's lining up for the kickoff. Trumbull back to deep to return with 2 men. And the kick is away. Fielded by Trumbull at the 15. Going up the field is Trumbull play. And Staples gets him in the back, trying to get the tackle. Making some moves to Trumbull. And they get out into the sideline, and it is to the 25. Good return there. 10 yards there on the return to the 25 for Trumbull. That was Jaden Mikan right there by Trumbull, able to get that return out. So now the Trumbull offense comes on the field here, and they have some playmakers for sure. Yeah, Rowan Johnston, the running back for the Trumbull Eagles, is unbelievable. On the season, 59 carries, 470 yards, and 13 rushing touchdowns through 3 games. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, that's more than 4 touchdowns a game for Johnston, so he's a great player. 160 yards a game average. That's very impressive. Staples is going to have a tough time slowing him down tonight. So now Trumbull communicating with their coach. The quarterback, Hunter Agosti, is getting ready there. He's a senior, number 2, Agosti. As Agosti takes a snap and hands it off to Johnston. Johnston cuts up the field and gets around 4 yards. Pretty decent push there from the offensive line on first down. But nice job by the Staples D-line. Only giving up about a gain of 3 or 4. Rosemy got the tackle there. He's going to be in there a lot, a linebacker who's going to make a lot of big plays for Staples tonight. Him and Nealon are the core of that defense. You know, they get around the field. They don't just play in the box. They don't just play outside. They move around. They move them around. They get them to use their powerfulness to make big tackles. So now Trumbull taking a snap again. Looking to throw, and they get it off to the receiver on the sideline, cutting up field, and a good tackle there by Staples, only for around a 2-yard gain. Nice job there, flying to the ball. That's what you love to see out of the defense. You don't want to see all those white helmets if you're Staples crashing onto the ball as soon as the ball carrier gets the ball. That's a very good job there by the Staples defense. And a good tackle there by Norris. Norris is a guy who plays on both sides of the field. He had an interception last game. Big game for him. Brent for some good plays too. That was number 5 for the Eagles, Luca Antonio, who made the catch. As Staples looks like it's blitzing here, and it is looks like a offside there on Staples. coaches are not happy right now. You can't have those mistakes early in the game.
Yeah, that's just not a smart play right there. He's creeping up on the line of scrimmage, and it's now going to give him a first down.
They will move the chains on the penalty. Staples cannot be making mistakes like this early. It's too important to the game for this to be a factor. They have to play good football. Even if they might not be the more talented team, they have the ability to win this game, but they're going to lose that if they continue to make mistakes. As the snap is taken, and they hand it off to Johnson. Johnson goes up the middle, and another good tackle there by Staples.
That was like Rohan Narang on the tackle there. Great job getting in the ball as quick as he can and making that play.
Yeah, so if Rohan, another guy, he's a big dude, he has an impact on the field. So if a bunch of guys are making tackles, it shows that they're out there, they're hustling, they're doing what they can. And now it is another snap here by Trumbull, dropping back to the quarterback, and he gets it out to the side, and it is dropped by the receiver there. That is Jack Derlin, the senior. He's had a good season so far. The number 2 receiver on his team is behind Antonio. So these two guys are going to be featured a lot in the passing game. Antonio and Derlin for Trumbull Eagles.
Yeah, Derlin's averaging 14.5 yards per reception, and he also has a touchdown on the year. So him and Antonio are going to be a huge part of this Trumbull offense.
Yeah, I've noticed that they've gotten into a lot of screen passes early in the game. So they're not trying to post the ball down the field, which probably makes sense at this stage in the game pretty early on. They don't have to do that yet. They're going to stick to their fundamentals, run the football, and do short passes.
Johnson's averaging almost 160 yards per game. That is just absolutely absurd.
Very impressive. As the quarterback takes a snap and he gets it down the middle of the field, has an open man and it's dropped by the tight end. Tough play there. As that is Ben Carley, number 47. It was wide open there and just dropped the football. Maybe a little overthrow, but definitely catch the football. And he's mad at himself right now. He should have made that play.
Yeah, wide open, right in the middle of the seam. He could have taken that and ran for an extra 25 yards there. And Staples definitely catches a break right there.
Yeah, definitely. They could also tip that on. That was tipped. That had a possibility to be intercepted. So that would have been a terrible play there. But now the punt team comes onto the field for Trumbull as a good first defensive possession there by Staples.
Yeah, that was a good job not letting Johnson get out in the open and make some plays early on. That's exactly what they didn't want. They didn't want Johnson to get settled in early. And Staples, they got off the field pretty quick.
And now the punt team is on. Clark back deep to return. We know he's fast. We know he's quick. And let's see what he can do here. As the snap is behind the punter as he runs. And Staples gets him on the sideline. Tackled by Staples at Trumbull's 25-yard line. So Staples has excellent field position to start their first opening drive. And that is a terrible mistake there by Trumbull early.
Yeah, bad snap, a little high for the punter to grab. He could not haul it in. Tried making a play off to the left, but he was not able to break away from those Staples defenders. So Rutgers start off with great field position here, almost in the red zone.
Yeah, I know. Last game against Newington in the first half, they got great field position a lot, but they were not able to capitalize. They kicked field goals, they went for it on fourth down a couple times and threw interceptions. They did not do what they needed to do in the red zone. So Smith is going to come out here with the mindset today of last week we did not do well in the red zone. We're going to be in the red zone in a couple plays, and we're going to have to be inside and be physical. So now Smith communicating with Coach Behrens, trying to drop the play here. On the sideline, Behrens is talking, and Smith sets in for the snap in the shotgun. Smith takes the snap, and he runs it. Smith running up the middle. Smith cutting outside, and Smith gets around 2 yards there on that play.
I like that play call a lot. First down, first play of the game for Staples. Just like Caleb Smith try to break a couple tackles and get some yards. I like that play call a lot. Try to get him settled in and get him out in open space.
I think that once he can get his legs moving, he'll be able to use his arm more. Once they're in the open field, rolling out is one thing that he did really well last week, so that's big. So now Smith, again, under center, ready to take a snap. Four receivers set here for Staples, as it looks like it's a passing situation. Smith takes it and runs it again up the middle. So aggressive here early, and Smith gets around 6 yards there. So it is going to be a 32, 33.
The two solid runs there by Caleb Smith to start the game. I really like that, trying to get that running game going early as Alex Fiala will come in now. I'm really looking forward to seeing him try to get some good work today. He hasn't been able to get much going for him so far this season. Like I said, he's averaging 2.9 yards per carry this year. Yeah,
so if Fiala can settle in the run game, also that's a big part of the Staples offense. So Smith takes it, and he runs it in the middle, up again, and he's going down to the 5. He's going to the end zone. Touchdown Staples. Caleb Smith on the rush. Excellent play there by Staples. Hole up the middle. Smith capitalized. Great start for the Staples records right now.
3 straight QB runs for Caleb Smith, and Trumbull did nothing about it. 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and they didn't even look to stop it again.
I am not going to lie to you. I did not expect 3 QB runs in the middle to start the game. Exact same play 3 times in a row. Barons is aggressive. He's trying to trick the Trumbull defense, trying to get them on their toes, and it's working so far as McCall is now lining up for the field goal.
Yeah, great job there. Good play calling. And I was looking for Tyler Clark, honestly, on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
That was a good situation for him, but apparently not. As now McCall kicks the PAT, and it is good through the uprights. So 7-0 Staples early here. 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
That's a perfect start right there for Staples. I mean, getting off the field quickly after only 1 first down for Trumbull, not letting Johnson get an open space, and then getting the ball off a bad punt and just putting it in on 3 plays. So a great job there by the Rutgers, capitalizing with that great field position.
Now, Colin, if you are Coach Petrioso for Trumbull, what are you saying to your team right now after that abysmal start?
I mean, just stay calm because obviously it's the first quarter. It's if you've had one drive, and really just go out there and do what they did in practice all week, stick to their game plan because Rowan Johnson is, I mean, obviously we've talked about him a lot, but he's such a good player for this team. He's one of the best players in the entire FCF at this point in the season. So they have some really good talent on this team. They're obviously one of the better teams in the state. I don't think they have too much to worry about right now. It's still very early. But they want to go out there and get a good drive right here, establish a good running game. And I'm looking forward to seeing Hunter Augusti obviously starting to get the ball in the air to Antonio because that's a very good dynamic duo right there.
So 2 men back deep again for Trumbull as the kickoff is about to go underway. McCall at the center sets the ball on the 40-yard line. Staples comes out of the huddle and sets for the kick. McCall back, Trumbull itching to get back on the field. Kicked by McCall and it is fielded again and is muffed by the Trumbull returner, and it looks like Trumbull does recover. Staples recovers the kickoff as it is muffed by Trumbull. Terrible mistake by Trumbull as Staples sideline is ecstatic right now. Huge play there by the Wreckers as that cannot happen.
Unbelievable. 2 special teams mistakes by Trumbull early on, giving the Wreckers great field position again. They start right inside the red zone. And what are your odds on another QB draw here, another QB run for Caleb Smith?
I would not be surprised, but I also would not be surprised if they got the running game going with Fiala here, as I think that Smith, obviously he's not going to get tired already, but if you keep going at this pace, Smith might get a little tired, and you're going to need him late in the game because these are 2 good teams, and Trumbull is never out of the game. So now Smith communicating with his offense in the shotgun. Smith takes a snap and hands it off. That's Fiala. Fiala gets down to 3 yards there on the carry.
Trying to get Alex Fiala involved there, his first run of the game. And that's I said the same thing in the St. Joe's game that I called the other couple of weeks ago. If they get Alex Fiala involved, this offense will be so much better, so much more dynamic because Fiala, we've seen how good of a running back he is. He's very physical and he breaks a lot of tackles. If they can get him in open space, I think that's going to be amazing.
Exactly. So now Smith in the shotgun again, hands it off once again. Up the middle is the running back. So that's another 1 or 2 yard gain there. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 here for Staples.
Yeah, I'll look for James Hillhouse here. He's obviously
a red zone threat for sure.
Yeah, behind Tyler Clark. He's an unbelievable player for this team. On the year, 13 catches, 185 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's definitely a guy that they look for on these 3rd down situations to come up clutch.
So now we see Sandrew on the left sideline. He's a younger guy, he's had some potential here. So Staples looking to pass now on 3rd down in the red zone. Clark on the outside. Smith takes the snap, looks to pass. Dropping back is Clark. And a screen set up here. And Staples goes in. Staples going around the first down. Looks like they got the first down there, but they are at the 8-yard line perhaps.
Michael Nealon with a screen play there. Nice job getting in open space and getting some nice blocks there as well.
Nealon had some acceleration there. That's a nice thing to see.
Nealon's an athlete. I love watching Michael Nealon go out there, make a bunch of plays on defense, and then go out there and make a ton of catches on offense. He's an absolutely amazing player to watch.
Yeah, playing both sides of the ball definitely takes it out of you, but he's done it very well so far this season. So now looks like a timeout here. Staples timeout here as they're going to discuss. So early in this game, Staples seems to have a clear advantage as they've gotten 2 special teams mistakes forced by Trumbull. So Staples on the offensive here, pushing on early, 7-0 lead, 6:48 left to go in the first quarter for the Wreckers, and they are in the red zone right now.
Yeah, that's a perfect start for the Wreckers so far. 2 special teams mistakes, and then the offense has looked pretty good. Only running plays so far, so you really like how Staples is trying to get, except for the screen pass, but they're really trying to get that running game going early on, which I really like.
And it looks like there's an injury here on the field for the Trumbull team, as you hate to see that early in the game. Players, they go out here, they give it their all, and sometimes they get hurt. We saw a lot of injuries in the NFL earlier in this season, and we hate to see that early.
Yeah, it's incredibly unfortunate. You hate to see players leaving, but it looks like he's going to be all right. He's walking off the field under his own power.
You love to see that. And that is number 4, Matthew. It's an Irani. So he's a senior. These guys, they go out here, they do what they can, and you hate to see the injuries early, but he looks like he's doing okay right now. The coaches are talking about on the sidelines. I hope he can get back in this game now. So now Staples on the offensive once again around the 8-yard line, 1st and goal.
Again, I'm looking for Fiala here, 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
And there's a flag thrown.
It's going to be a false start
right here.
False start penalty against the Wreckers.
Those penalties are very, very just not good for your team, especially 1st and goal coming out of an injury timeout. The O-line's got to be ready. They can't be making those mistakes.
Yeah, a little demoralizing there, as Staples can't have that early. They've had that early lead, but penalties are one way to lose all of your momentum on.
Absolutely.
So now Smith, ready to take the snap. Motioning is Staples. And Smith takes a snap and runs up the middle once again. Smith going in. Smith gets around 2 yards there on the play. So Smith has ran the ball 4 times early so far.
Number 10, Felix Smith. Stopped at the line, the leaders number 85, William Zaslow.
Good tackle there by Trumbull, and they're able to get Smith here. If he can get this running game going early, he's only thrown. Has he thrown a pass yet?
There was the one screen pass to Nealon.
Screen pass. So
no other passes than that. No targets for Tyler Clark or James Hillhouse.
I think that Behrens is being smart there. He wants to get them loose later in the game. He wants to save his best weapons for when he has to use them, which is a strategy that I think is smart, because Trumbull will make adjustments at half. They're going to do what they can, because right now Staples looks like it's firing on all cylinders. Smith ready for the snap. Smith takes a snap, and he hands it off up the middle. And that is down to the 1-yard line. Or that's a touchdown there for Staples. And
touchdown number 8, Alex Fiala.
that is Alex Fiala there with a touchdown. As Colin has said, he wants to get Fiala going, and now Staples is doing that early with the big touchdown there.
That powerful run there by Fiala, breaking the tackle and absolutely trucking a defender at the goal line to fall into the end zone.
So now there's a 13-0 lead for the Wreckers, and McCall looks to make it a 2-possession game, 14-0 lead if he can get the extra point here.
Ideal start here for the Wreckers. They've established a running game, and they've got a nice 2-possession game already.
Definitely, as McCall kicks the field goal, and it is blocked there by Trumbull, so it is no good.
Didn't look like he hit that one well at all. It looked like it was going to be low and probably a little wide left anyway.
Yeah, so that's not what we want to see, but 13-0 Staples here early, 5 minutes left in this first quarter. So I hope Trumbull doesn't use that as momentum, That 13 looks a lot like a lot less than 14.
Yeah, definitely. It really does.
Because 2 field goals and a touchdown is a lot less. It's more, 2 touchdowns is a lot harder to get than 2 field goals and a touchdown.
Yeah, and Trumbull still, they still shouldn't be panicking. It's still very early in the game, and they have, like I said, they have a very talented team with a lot of good running backs and receivers to throw to. So I'm really not worried for this Trumbull team at all right now. I think that they can definitely go out there and put up a good drive right here and get on the board.
Yeah, the offense has not been on the field for that long so far. So they want to get their guys involved. They want to get Johnston involved. He's a great player. He's a junior. I think he leads the FCIAC in total touchdowns, 13 already. So he's a guy he knows he can do it. The team knows he can do it, and they're gonna have to get him the ball more.
And he's been a great threat in the passing game too. 10 receptions, 183 yards, and a receiving touchdown for Johnston. So he's also a guy that you don't only need him to run the ball. He can also catch very well.
Yeah, some guys have that athleticism. They're able to get down the field. They're able to make guys miss, and he looks like he's the whole package. So now McCall for the kickoff. McCall kicks it off. and Trumbull is back to return. This time it's securely caught by Trumbull as they're running upfield and get it to around the 38-yard line. Sorry, the 28-yard line there as Staples makes a tackle.
First time we'll see the Staples defense in a while as well, as they looked very good in that opening drive. You saw a lot of guys flying to the ball. Zach Rosemy, Rohan Narang making plays on defense last time. I'm also looking for Andrew Rossman, the junior defensive end for Staples. He's been outstanding. He had 10 tackles last week against Newington, so he's another guy that's flying around the field all the time.
Exactly. So now to take it is Trumbull as they get it out to the outside, and there's a reception there by the receiver. That is Antonio. Antonio with a 5-yard gain there. Get him outside. That's a good. I like that idea. It's a safe throw. You know, they're not trying to go downfield yet, but they're moving up the field. I like that throw there. Good connection there between these two players, Augusti and Antonio, both seniors. I'm sure they're close friends.
Yeah, rolling out to his right and delivering a nice throw to Antonio as. Looks like Augusti, he's going to get the play call. Looked like I thought they were going to do a little trick play there. It looked like he was running off the field.
Yeah, no, I would assume here a run play after that reception, as they have this running back who's a great player. They haven't ridden him as much as I thought they were going to early in the game, but here I'm going to guess looks like a. There's no receivers out, so they are going to run the football, and the whistle is blown before the play.
And it looks like it's going to be a false start. No.
Offsides by Staples. So that's Staples' second offsides of the game, and that's just mistakes that we can't have happen early, as this Rutgers team cannot be making mistakes early, as there's another first down here for Trumbull. So both of their first downs this game have come off of penalties.
Yeah, definitely not good for Staples. You can't be giving them free first downs like that, but overall they've looked very good. They've made open field tackles, so you just got to cut down on those penalties and they'll be all right.
So now it is Augusti in the pocket, preparing for the snap. Trumbull gets set with 3 receivers out as they run the football to Johnston. Johnston cuts upfield and he gets a lane, he gets a hole, and Johnson gets around 9 yards there near the first down.
First big running play of the game there by Trumbull. Nice run there, good lane for Johnston to go through. And he also made his way through some Staples defenders as well.
He seems like a very patient running back, you know. He's ready to make his move. He's sort of like a little Sean McCoy out there. He's not just that power back. He waits for the spot, waits for the hole, and finds his lane.
They're very elusive. Definitely looks like he'll make a ton of defenders miss here tonight.
So now it is Johnson again as he gets inside and he gets cuts upfield for another big play there. So they're down to Staples' 43-yard line now.
Johnson looks very quick too. That jump cut there to his left. He's going to be a tough one to bring down tonight.
Exactly. So Staples, they're going to have to go for the legs more. You know, I think that's the strategy for him because he's a big dude. He can truck some guys. So I think they're going to have to make safe tackles here, do what they can to limit him. Now it's dropping back to pass is Staples, and Antonio cannot make the catch.
Yeah, he just didn't turn his head around in time. He was there on the sideline. Augusti delivered a good throw, but just was not looking in time.
Yeah, Antonio's a good basketball player also. I called the Trumbull Staples basketball game last year. Antonio put up a fight for sure. Staples ended up winning that game, but he was a great player, able to hit some shots. So
great athlete.
A lot of athletes on both these teams for Staples and for Trumbull. There's now Augusti preparing for the snap, and it looks like a flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start.
False start there as we can see the Staples defenseman clapping. So they will back up 5 yards. False start against the Trumbull Eagles. So now they are back towards the 49-yard line for Staples.
Yeah, 3rd and long here, so I would look to send some pressure if I was Staples. Try to get Augusti to rush the throw over the middle.
Okay, so yeah, looks like they're going to be going deep here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little run play, try to get some yardage, but yeah, no, they're dropping back to pass now as Augusti goes deep for Antonio. Antonio not able to make the one-handed catch. That would have been an exceptional catch there. As deep, he had the guy beat, but was not able to pull it in.
Yeah, just out of reach, that throw from Augusti, and Antonio close to making an amazing play on it, but great defense there by the Rutgers.
Good defense there as Staples able to get the Trumbull punt unit on the field again, and we have to see if they mess up again here. Their only punt so far has not gone as planned. So now Clark back deep, preparing to take the punt. Trumbull has to pin Staples deep here.
Looked like a pretty bad snap too on the punt last time, so I look to send a lot of pressure here, try to block this one, get that long snapper to think about it a little bit.
And Clark, I can see in his eyes, he wants to take to the hash right here, so he's going to do what he can. Now the punt is away, and Clark receives it. Clark muffs the punt, and he's able to Clark picks it up and keeps it at the 20-yard line. He muffed it twice there. He picked it up, dropped it, picked it up again, and dropped it again, and then got it on finally, and was tackled. But Staples at the 20-yard line, sloppy football game so far.
Yeah, definitely a lot of mistakes early on, penalties and some turnovers, and you can tell Tyler Clark after dropping that one the first time wanted to pick it up and keep going, but just was not able to haul that one in, so he just has to fall on that one, and they'll start the draft from a little farther back.
So Staples at the 20-yard line now, so they have 80 yards to go down the field. As this is the first time in this game where they've been on the Trumbull side of the field. On their own side of the field at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they started both their first two drives inside the Trumbull 25-yard line, so now we'll really see the offense go to work here. See what they decide to do here.
They have some space now. Perhaps that's why they haven't targeted their receivers as much, because they just haven't had as much space to work. But now Clark in the open field, that's where he hits best. So 13-0 Staples, 2:59 left in this first quarter. Play clock at 16.
Yeah, I'm looking for either Clark or Hillhouse here on first down. Like we said, they're on their own side of the field now. A lot more space for Smith to find a receiver deep downfield.
As Staples has to get set here, there's only 3 seconds left on the play clock. And they're able to get set and delay again there, as they're not able to get in set in time. I saw the play clock down.
Wasted too much time there on the play call.
Yeah, no, the first play of the drive, that can't happen.
Exactly, yeah. Just taking their time, and you got to be a little smarter than that.
Oh, looks like they call a timeout before the play, so they will not move back, but still wasting of a timeout there. They had a whole timeout to get ready. Sorry, they had the whole punt time to get ready, but they weren't able to get the play off there, so they had to burn a timeout.
Yeah, first down in your own end, you want to have a play call ready, but Staples doesn't matter. They're still going to start off 1st and 10 here at their own 20-yard line. But I'm very happy that Staples has really tried to get the running game going as much as they can. They've given the ball to Fiala a lot. They've let Caleb Smith have some of his own QB runs. I really like that they're trying to get that going so they don't only have to pass this entire game.
Yeah, so I talked to some Staples players, and they said they didn't know Smith had wheels like that. They didn't know he was as fast as he actually is. So I think that's a new recent development in this team, and they knew he was. Now they know he's fast, and they're utilizing him for that. So that's an interesting mid-season change for Staples now. As in the shotgun, Smith takes a snap. Smith looking to pass. Smith surveying, and then he's going to run it. Smith dropped, and he gets sacked there at the 17-yard line as he cannot escape. Good play there by the Trumbull defense.
Yeah, nice job in the secondary there. Everyone looked very covered, and Smith looking for a place to go and just was not able to find open space.
So a sack there, first of the game now. So it is 2nd and 13 with 2:30 left in this first half. 13-0 Rutgers. Now Smith takes a snap. And he looks to run again. Smith up the middle, and he gets slaughtered once again there as the hole does not open up. Good defense at the front line there for Trumbull.
Yeah, take it down immediately, no space to go, and it's going to be a quick 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and about 13.
3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. So now Staples has their receivers on the field. It's an obvious passing situation right now for the Wreckers.
Yeah, they wanted that first down back. They wanted to get a pass going instead of having to wait until 3rd and 13 when everyone now knows, Trumbull knows that they're going to have to pass this one here.
Yeah, you can see Clark getting set here. He's a guy who gets the ball in these long situations. Smith is going to take a shot here. As Smith takes a step, and he rolls out to his right. Smith jogs, and he has a guy open, and it's caught there by Staples. As Clark makes a cut, Clark got around here, Clark going down the field. Clark all the way down the field, he gets the burst of speed, and he gets tackled there at the 40-yard line. Excellent play there by Staples as they're able to get down the field.
There we go, Tyler Clark finally getting involved, making some defenders miss as well. Great job there by Caleb Smith, avoiding pressure, getting out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Delivering a perfect throw there.
That presence there, to know where the line more coming from, to get out of the play there and find Clark open. That's just the connection between these two players. They have that rapport. They play with each other for a long time, and they know what they're doing out here.
And like we said, Tyler Clark, number 1 for Staples. He's a unbelievable playmaker in open space.
And now Clark getting set again on the towards us on the left side of the field. As Smith takes a snap. Smith hands it off to Fiala. Fiala cuts up, and Fiala gets around 4 yards there as they finally bring him down.
Looks like there might be a fumble.
Fumble on the play.
And they call it a fumble. It's Trumbull football.
Wow. So in the trenches there, Fiala is not able to hold on to the football. So Trumbull recovers it after that big play by Clark. Terrible ball security there by the Wreckers.
Yeah, that's definitely not good there by Fiala. Yeah, I was just about to say, he looks like a very patient runner, and he showed it there, but it looks like someone got a hand in the ball right as he was coming down, so definitely a break there, and a good job by the Trumbull defense.
And now the Trumbull sideline is all hyped up, obviously for good reason. So they have some momentum now, as it is a 13-0 game still for Staples. 39 seconds left in this first quarter, pardon me. So it is Augusti. He is communicating with his offense. The line is set, and Augusti takes a snap, and he hands it off to Johnston. Johnston cuts upfield, and Johnston gets tripped up. Big hole there if he was able to get past the tackle. So good tackle.
If he doesn't get tripped up, he might have taken that one to the house if he broke another tackle.
Yeah, so.
Nice job there by that Staples D-line.
Michael Nealon, of course, a big guy, able to get in there and make a tackle.
Nealon is everywhere. I would love watching him play. He's always flying around the field, making a bunch of tackles.
Love to see the effort and the heart he has out there. It's impressive. So now it is Augusti once again, takes the snap, hands it to Johnston. Johnston goes in the middle up the field and pushes to the first down.
Yeah, this is going to be the game plan for Trumbull pretty much most of the day here. They're just going to run the ball as much as they can and then only pass when they need to on third downs. That's what it looks like is going to happen here tonight.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. I think that's what I would do in this situation. As, you know, this Trumbull team, they have that identity. They have that running the ball identity with Rowan Johnston out there. And they're going to keep using him because it's what works best for them. So now, taking it is the quarterback. He goes downfield. And it is tipped up and nearly picked by Staples, but not able to recover it.
Sam Petrosino on the coverage there. Almost came up with an interception. But good job there by the Staples secondary. As you see, I think almost every time Augusti is passing the ball, he's always been rolling out to his right.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think he feels more comfortable out there. So now making some substitutions here is Trumbull as Augusti stands in, looks at the play with 30 seconds left on the play clock. So they're going to take their time here as Augusti communicating with his offense. Looks like a run set here. As Augusti hands it to Johnston. Johnston goes upfield. Johnston keeps going upfield, and Johnston pushes for another first down. Good run there.
He's such a powerful runner. It takes 2 or 3 records to get him down every single time. As
that is the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. That's been the bright spot for this Trumbull team so far. The only thing they've been able to do is run the ball.
Injury here for Staples. Can't see who it is right now being blocked by the official.
That might be Zach Rosemary.
Oh, God, he hate to see that. This guy, he became a captain right before the season started due to his leadership skills and his excellent play on the field. And we have to hope he's okay. The trainers are calling out for Staples. So Rosemary's still in obvious pain on the ground. Trainer coming out. We all have to hope he's okay. Great friend of a lot of these guys on the team, and they're worried for him. We're all worried for him right now. We have to hope he's okay and able to get off the field. As Rosemary gets up, you love to see it, and he is going to limp off the field. Looks like under his own power.
So end of the first quarter here. Jack, what do you think Trumbull has to do here in the second quarter? They're down 13-0, so down 2 scores. What do they want to do here?
I think continue to run the football. I think Johnston's their weapon. He has to get going and he has to do what he does best. Just hammer the football. We saw Rosemary jog off the field there, so it looks like he's going to be okay.
Trumbull's also got another talented running back, Jonathan Hall, for Trumbull, who's also got 12 carries and 99 yards on the season, so he's also been very productive for them.
So now it is Johnston once again, cutting up the middle. Big hole there, and Johnston gets another first down. 3 first downs in a row for Johnston.
Just massive holes for Johnston to run through so far in this game. Making it look very easy right now.
Yeah, and that's because also Roseby came off the field there with the injury, so he's a guy that stops all his run plays. So they're going to have to adjust for the meantime while Roseby's not in the game.
Yeah, it looked like he took a hard hit when Johnston lowered his head on that last play of the first quarter.
Yeah. So now Augusti takes the snap, and he hands it to Johnston once again. Johnston has another hole, but it closes quickly as he gets around 5 yards there.
Yeah, he got hit right about the line of scrimmage, but still pushed forward for about a gain of 5. So that's obviously Trumbull's game plan here, is to give Johnston the ball and let him do his thing, because he's such a powerful and such an elusive runner that he can get contact at the line of scrimmage and still fall forward for a good gain.
Yeah, and now it is Augusti preparing to take the snap. Johnston has all the momentum right now. As it is 13-0 Staples. As Johnston gets it once again, goes right up the middle, pushes forward, and the line collapses on him there. So it looks like it's going to be a third and around 3 or 4.
See if Trumbull decides to pass the ball here on third, and it's about 33. I would go right back to the running game.
Yeah, is Johnston coming out, or is he still in the field there? He's there.
Yeah, I would go right back to the run game if I were Trumbull.
We'll see what they do here, as it is third down, 13-0, 10 minutes left in this first half.
Looks like a run set, too. Not a single receiver out on the field.
Right. So Augusti takes a snap. Oh, a direct snap there with Johnston. Johnston gets the ball. Johnston goes upfield, and he gets the first down. Good running there by Johnston.
Good play design, a direct snap for Johnston coming across right in front of the quarterback. That's a very good play design.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't do that more. The misdirection really confuses the defense, and even if they are able to react, it takes them a couple more seconds to get there in time.
Exactly, it's a very quick play. He gets a snap, and he's already a yard behind the line of scrimmage. I feel like third and short, I feel like we should start seeing teams do that more and more.
Now Trumbull getting into the set. 13-0 Staples. 10 minutes left in this half. Augusti preparing for the snap. And it's another direct snap to Johnston. Johnston gets it. Johnston passes it outside. And he gets around 6 or 7 yards there as 2 direct snaps in a row. Just as I said, that they should do that more.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how many passes we see here tonight from Trumbull, honestly, because Staples has really shown not much of an answer for Johnston in this running game.
And you also have to wonder, is Johnston going to get tired at
Exactly.
Because he had a lot of carries so far.
He's had a lot of carries this season, 59 carries through 3 games, so it looks like he's used to a pretty heavy workload.
Yeah, and so yeah, 59 carries for 3 games, around 20 carries a game. He's on pace to probably pass that right now.
Yeah, probably.
As Johnston gets the snap once again and cuts it outside, and he gets down another 3 yards there.
Yeah, 3 straight direct snaps for Johnston. They've gotten some decent yardage on him too, but looks like it's only, like 31, I think?
Coaches from both sides playing games out there. You know, we've seen Barons run the ball up the middle with Smith 4 times in a row, and now we see 3 direct snaps to Johnston in a row. So the coaches are trying to get into each other's heads, make each other think, and that's the intricate part of high school football that is often overlooked.
Yeah, 3rd and inches here. I think everyone knows this is going to be a run right here.
Really?
Really, yeah.
We'll see here. Johnston gets the snap once again, direct snap 4 times in a row, and he does get the first down. Good running there. I don't know what you do about that right now.
Yeah, really, it's going to be very tough to see what Staples does going into halftime, what they want to do with Johnston, because he's been running at will in this entire first half with no answer.
Yeah, he's going to get tired at some point, but they have another good running back in Hall that probably can fill a similar role, maybe not to the same level.
Exactly.
While Johnston is resting, this guy can definitely come in and make an impact too. So it's not like they just rely on Johnston, but he is the focal point. As he gets it once again, Johnston up the middle and gets down. He bounces it outside there and gets no yardage on the play. That fake got me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that was a good play design, but Zach Roseby back in the game, coming off that injury, made a really open field tackle on Johnston. Johnston was trying to get outside towards the pylon, and Roseby went low, went for the legs like you said they should do earlier. Great job there by Roseby.
Good to see Roseby back in the game, as I thought that was going up the middle for sure, but Johnston's able to bounce it outside.
So what is that, 5 straight direct snaps? Yeah, that's very interesting from Trumbull here.
That's something you do not see a lot.
And they've kept in the same formation every single time.
So Johnston gets it once again as he runs it down into the end zone for Trumbull.
Wow. Another direct snap right there. That was 6 straight direct snaps to Rowan Johnston. And he broke a couple tackles to go into the end zone there. So Staples is going to have to figure this one out. Johnston ran the ball at will on that possession with absolutely 0 answers. So they're going to have to see what they want to do at this next possession.
Yeah, we can hear the sirens playing for Trumbull now as they score a touchdown. You know, they have a big celebration when they score. The whole sideline gets excited. So now the PAT attempt is underway. This is a big PAT attempt because it decides whether it's a field goal game or a touchdown game. As the field goal, PAT is up, and it is good. As an explosion there by the sideline. So it is 13-7 Staples, 7:23 left in the first half. As Trumbull has the momentum after losing early. Looks like another injury here by Staples. Can't tell who it is, but Mr. Hook, they're okay. Lying on the field, they might medical staff is coming out.
So Staples going to get the ball back here after that fumble on the last possession by Alex Fiala. But even though Fiala fumbled, you still got to stick to that running game. You still got to keep it going. But we also got to look for this passing offense to get going as well. They haven't passed the ball too much, but we obviously saw what it can do with that big Tyler Clark play in the last possession.
Yeah, Clark's just able to get open sort of at will, and it's just up to Smith to find him and up to the offensive line to give them enough time to find Clark. As this is not good as another player. He's down on the field. The refs talking in the middle of the field, 2 refs near at the 25-yard line. So, you know, we've seen a lot of injuries here early, as it's not a warm night, but it's not necessarily a cold night out. It's on the chillier side, but it's not a comfortable game right now for either team as there have been injuries, as looks like the player's able to get up and limp off the field. So he looks like he's walking off the field. Big guy. That is Ryan Skolnick. Sorry. So he'll be okay. Okay, he's gonna walk off the field. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough. I'm trying to minimize it as much as possible. So now Staples set to receive the kickoff. We're gonna see what they can do here. That is Sequenzia and Clark back for Staples.
Yeah, first kick return here in this one. And I believe that is, in fact, that's Hillhouse.
And that's Hillhouse, sorry. And
Hillhouse and Anthony Armentano.
Okay, so a different group here. We usually see Clark and Sequenzia back to receive, but it is going to be Armentano and Hillhouse. Hillhouse on the left, Armentano on the right. As the kick is underway, as Hillhouse sets to receive it. He catches it, fields it, pushing upfield. Hillhouse has a lane. Hillhouse is going to the 40-yard line. So, sorry, 38-yard line. Good rush there by Hillhouse.
Got some good blocks in the kick return there, and great job by Hillhouse, just trying to get upfield, not trying to get too fancy and go hit the sideline, just getting those nice easy yards right up the middle.
So now it is Staples at the 37-yard line. Sorry, closer to 35. And now it is still a 13-7 game here for the Wreckers. 35-yard line for Staples. They have the field position here. They have all the time in the world to score down. 7 minutes left in this first half. They're going to run their offense, get the ball to Fiala. As Smith is communicating with the sideline.
Preston Norris in the backfield now instead of Fiala.
So now, receiving there as Staples, as the screen pass does not go for much yards, maybe 1 or 2 yards there. So that is Nealon once again. Offense and defense, we see a lot of it. So now, a substitution here by Staples as it is around a second and 9. Now Smith communicating with the sidelines. Staples is set. 4 receivers here on the field for the Wreckers. Smith gets a snap, hands it off, and upfield cuts Norris. Norris gets around a yard there, so not much going here for the Staples run game.
Yeah, they try a new look there, taking out Alex Fiala and trying something new with Preston Norris. But still not much there. The Staples running game, with the running backs especially, has been not very good so far to start this season.
Yeah, so I think they're going to want to see, get Clark involved here, try to make some magic happen between Smith and Clark. Clark has that ability to get open and let him use that. So Smith takes a snap, looks in, and miscommunication there by Staples as Smith throws it behind the receiver. Tough possession there for the Wreckers as the punt team is going to come out.
Yeah, Clark didn't look around quick enough. Smith thought he was going to be there early, and
punt team is coming on the field here for the Wreckers.
Yeah, quick 3 and out after a pretty solid kick return as well.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Trumbull, I think, has the momentum right now as they score a touchdown and then force a quick stop here by the Wreckers.
We're going to see Rowan Johnson get back on the field and watch him do his thing again, as that's going to be the main thing for Staples. They're going to have to keep putting up points because it looks like they have zero answer for Johnson in that running game.
Yeah, he really is a great player. He's very dynamic. He doesn't just push upfield. He cuts outside. He moves his feet. pushes the ball forward and gets out into the open field. So now punting for Staples. The punt is away, and is a short punt here by the Wreckers. So it bounces back towards the Staples end zone, so that's a tough punt there, only to the 41-yard line. Not much over the leg there on that kick. So at the 41-yard line is Trumbull. They only have 59 yards to go to the end zone. 5 minutes left in this third quarter, first half, and it is 13-7 Wreckers.
I'd also like to see Trumbull try to mix in a little more passing game. Obviously, Johnston is working very well, but if they can mix in a good passing game with Auguste and Antonio, it's going to be very difficult for Staples to stop them.
Now Johnston gets the ball. Johnston goes up. Johnston gets a lane. Johnston gets a first down.
I mean, there we go. That's textbook right there. Running straight up the middle. Great blocking by the offensive line there, and Johnston hitting the hole and getting an easy first down.
No, yeah, those stats were not misleading. He's a great player. He's able to get down the field, and Trumble's going to have to keep riding that here.
Yeah, 14 rushing touchdowns on the year.
15 now.
15 now, yeah.
So Johnston gets it again, and this time he's wrapped up by the Rutgers defense. No gain there on the play.
He only comes up with the ball, but it looks like they're calling down by contact. But 15 touchdowns in a little more than 3 games is that's absolutely absurd.
Great stat. If I had him in fantasy, I'd be very happy.
I'd be ecstatic. That is unbelievable. 15 touchdowns. My goodness.
Now, Auguste communicating with the sideline, and Johnson also communicating with the sideline, as we see Antonio in the backfield, interestingly. Sorry, that is Johnson in the backfield here. As Johnson gets it once again, gets a burst of speed, and pushes it up for around 6 yards there.
Still no answer.
When's the last time another player on this Trumbull team has gotten the football?
I don't think it's been since the first quarter, where we got, a little less than 5 minutes left of the first half here. So it's really just been the Rowan Johnston show this entire game.
And it doesn't look like he's tiring either. He still has that burst. He still has that acceleration.
We get to see Jonathan Hall at all in this game. I think we'll probably see more of him in the second half when he gets more tired.
Yeah, as now Staples fakes the blitz, as they do not go offsides. Auguste under center. Auguste communicating. Auguste is not taking a snap yet. 15 seconds on the play clock as Auguste takes the snap and gets it out to a different player than Johnson as he pushes upfield forward. Looks like the first down. That is Ben Carley, who had that drop earlier in the game, and he makes up for it there.
Yeah, nice job on the bubble screen play there. And really making sure to get it close to that first down. And it looks like they might bring out the marker to check to see if it was a first down or not.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty close. Could go either way. Can't really see from our angle up here, but good play there. Trumbull able to get in the passing game a little bit, give Johnson a bit of a rest. Still on the field, but did not get the ball on that play.
Yeah, these seconds are valuable for Rowan Johnston, especially a guy that's getting this big of a workload in the game.
And so it is a first down for the Trumbull Eagles, as now they are on Staples' 44-yard line. 13-7 Rutgers, 4 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, those little timeouts for Johnston are huge, just so he can catch his breath after pretty much being the only ball carrier for Trumbull since the first quarter.
I've always wondered, when they're mid-run, do they feel that tiredness, or are they just like adrenaline's pumping? Is it mainly between snaps? As Johnson gets it once again here for around 70 yards, so clearly he's not tired yet. Yeah, definitely not tired.
To answer your question, I played offensive line when I played football, so when I was during the middle of a play, I would definitely still feel a little bit tired. But I mean, Rowan Johnston, obviously he's in great shape. It looks like he's shown not a loss of step yet. So definitely there is a little bit of tiredness, but mostly it's a little bit in between plays.
And Johnson gets it once again, bounces it outside, and a lot of records around him there, and he comes close to the first down, but does not look like he got it. So now he's making some substitutions here.
Johnson's limping off the field a little bit, walking off gingerly. So he'll finally come off the field for Trumbull.
I'm sure he'll be okay. He walks off the field with no power, taking a seat, obviously very tired, goes to the bench.
Jonathan Hall finally making his first appearance in this game in the backfield now.
So Hall is a shorter guy. He's only 5'7", so he is a lot more of that lower center of gravity. I'm sure he's hard to bring down inside.
sure he's got a very quick first step as well. We'll see it on 3rd and 1 here.
Interesting formation here, as it is Hall. He gets the direct snap, and he gets it upfield, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, he looks like a very powerful runner, just like Johnston is. That's definitely a very scary 1-2 punch there, Johnston and Hall.
Yeah, I'm sure it seems like this is something that they're familiar with doing. They get the ball, Johnston punches they can, and they sub in Hall, let him get some snaps, and once Johnston's ready to go back in, they'll put him back in later.
And it's not like Trumbull's missing anything with Hall in the game either.
No.
He looks like a very talented player as well, and his stats show it as well.
So Gusty and Hall communicating. Hall in. And he takes a direct snap, and it goes back, and it is recovered by Gusty. Gusty tries to make a play on it, turns it upfield, and he does not lose much yardage on the play. That was a risky play there, as Hall was not able to handle the snap. So that is something that Johnston has shown he's able to do this game, but Hall not able to handle it there. Gusty luckily able to keep his numbers on the field.
Yeah, and only about a loss of 2 there as well, so nice job by Gusty trying to get outside as Ryan Skolnick was approaching very fast. Only lose about a yard or 2 on that one. That could have been very scary for Trumbull.
So now we see Gusty inside. Hall lined up next to him. Hall gets the ball. Hall cuts it in the middle. Hall gets a burst. Hall gets around 5 yards back.
Yeah, he just really threw some traffic in the middle there. Nice job by Hall, and here comes Johnson again. He looks ready to go.
That's back in the game as Hall subs out. Good job there by Hall. Other than that muff snap, he's able to pick up some yardage here for his team as Johnson looks ready to roll once again. Now the offense communicating. Looks like there's a little confusion, but they're going to get set 3rd and 6 here. 13-7, Staples, 1 minute left in the first half. As a pass play here by Trumbull that is bad communication there, as a flag is called. Pass interference here. Tough play there. I don't think that was the right call. It looked like that was an uncatchable ball, but tough play there as Trumbull is going to get a first down on this pass interference.
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a design run play, but Gusty bobbled the snap and couldn't hand the ball off to Johnson, so he ended up just throwing one up to one of his receivers. Is not a great throw, and that ball definitely looked out of the catch radius.
Yeah, it could have been intercepted, so it's not the right choice there, but got bailed out on that play.
Yeah, that'll be an automatic first down for Trumbull.
So now Trumbull's on the 12-yard line, 2 yards from the first down line is the end zone. Sorry, it's the first down and goal now here for the Trumbull Eagles with a minute 20 left in this first half, 13-7 Staples. Taking a snap. And going inside is Johnston. Johnston gets up to the 2-yard line as the handoff there by Gusty.
So Johnson, nothing up the middle, but he bounces out to his left with a quick jump step as he brings it down to about the 2-yard line.
And I think we all know what to expect here.
Yeah.
For 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Everyone knows this ball's going to Johnson, of course.
We're going to have to see Staples have to make a stand. As if they make the AT after this touchdown, they will take the lead. So the time, there is 49 seconds left in this first half. They're going to have to make a move here. One thing with running the ball here is they don't have a lot of time left, as Augusti's communicating, and a timeout is called by Trumbull.
Looks like they didn't like the play call, or they had the wrong personnel out on the field. But either way, this ball's likely going to Johnson. We'll see if Staples can try to stop him here. They have not been able to do so this entire half.
Yeah, one guy I think Staples is missing is Toby Overwood, as he is a big guy inside, as he got hurt last game against Newington, and that was tough to see, but he'll be back. He said he'll be back. He's a nice guy, he's scary out there on the field, and not having him inside is tough.
Yeah, he's a big force in the middle of that D-line. Great run stopper, and you hope to think that, this game might be going a little different if you have a guy like that in there trying to stop the run.
Exactly. So now, a lot of injuries here so far this game for both teams, but nothing seems too tragic as the guys have been able to get back out on the field. So 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line, 39 seconds left in the half. As a whistle is blown, a timeout maybe here. They did not like the set there. They were not ready. I think that if they got that snap off, it would have been a touchdown. Staples did not look like they were sorted out.
It looked like they were going to do another direct snap play to Johnson as well. Whenever you see Johnston very close to Augusti's hip, that looks like it's going to be a direct snap. We've seen that a lot, especially in the red zone. Especially when they have no receivers out on the field, we've pretty much seen a direct snap almost every time.
Yeah, now we're going to have to see if if the record should make a stop here, it's going to be tough, you know. That's going to be a brick wall, 2 yards to go for this Trumbull run game that has been exceptional so far. So they sort of, I don't want to say they remind me of the Chicago Bears, but the way they don't pass the football, it sort of reminds me of this Justin Fields Bears a little bit, but I think Trumbull's a more successful team at their level than the Bears are in the NFL level.
Yeah, you know this more than anyone. You're a Bears fan. You've seen how awful that passing game is, but it looks like Trumbull doesn't even have a terrible passing game.
No, they just elect to run it more.
Yeah.
So now Johnson takes a snap. Johnson goes up the middle. Johnson, tough call there. The refs have not made the decision yet, as looks like no decision. And we are waiting here for the call.
He's just short.
Just short there, as he's not able to punch it in. Good effort there by the Wreckers.
Inches away there from a touchdown.
So now Trumbull's going to take a timeout to talk this over. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little QB sneak here under center, you know, as there are 18 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for either a QB sneak from McGusty or just going right back to Johnston. He's very close to punching it in right there. But 18 seconds left. Trumbull, I think, still has one timeout to go. So they can definitely do another run and play here, as that's definitely the most trusting way to score.
And you would think that they have 2 downs left. They're not going to kick a field goal in this position, as it wouldn't give them the lead, and a touchdown and a field goal would, and a touchdown without the extra point would still tie the game up.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to settle for a field goal here, I think. They want to get that touchdown. They want to take the lead going into halftime, as Trumbull, they went down quick, 13-0, but the defense has stepped up and made plays, and the offense has finally settled in with this running game. I think if they can go into the locker room with a 1-point lead after an abysmal opening minutes of this game, I think Trumbull will be very, very happy with that.
So now the Wreckers trying to make a stop here. Trumbull trying to punch it in. Same formation for Trumbull. Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to Johnston. Johnson gets the ball, runs it up the middle, and Johnson gets in the end zone. Second touchdown of the game for Johnson. And then a tie game here, 13-13 for this game. And now
Johnson again. That's his second touchdown of the game, as this extra point will be for the lead here for Trumbull. And again, no answer for this Trumbull running game. You have to credit this O-line. This O-line for Trumbull has been outstanding, giving him great big holes.
And the PAT is up, and the PAT is good. So it is 14-13 Trumbull. 1-point lead for the Eagles after a terrible start. So stay with the momentum there.
Yeah, they have none of the momentum right now. 14 seconds left. I don't know if in the game that I called the St. Joe's game, going into the halftime, Staples tried going down the field with not much time left, and they ended up making a huge mistake. I believe they threw an interception very quick on that drive, setting St. Joe's up for a quick score to go into the half. So I think that they should just take this one into the half and go into the locker room and try to figure out this defense.
Against Newington, the opposite sort of happened. Clark got the ball with around a minute left in the half there. Staples going down the field, and Clark was able to bring it down for like around a 50-yard touchdown. So obviously you want the latter to happen, but it's possible they just nail it in, you know, go to the half, they get the kickoff at half, talk it over. Coach Barons will tell his team that they have to step it up here, as now Trumbull lines up for the kickoff.
Yeah, 14 seconds left. I'm not expecting Staples to really try anything.
We'll see. But, yeah, that would not make sense in this situation with the sloppiness of play by both sides so far. But no interceptions thrown, weirdly.
Yeah, we've seen, last week with Newington, Smith threw 3 interceptions in the first half, so he's been a little more careful with the ball here, which you like to see.
As a squib kick by Trumbull, as it is muffed by Staples. For some reason, they're not able to recover it, but it looks like they do get under the football. Another sloppy play there.
Yeah, they gotta just follow it up. You don't want to see a ball rolling around there in a kickoff. That's always a scary sight. But the Wreckers end up falling on it, so 11 seconds left in this first half. I don't expect them to do too much here.
Offense back out on the field. Trumbull defense back out on the field. And so we will see what happens here with 11 seconds left in this first half. Communication here between the coach and the sidelines, so it looks like there's a chance they do run a play, as they are not in the kneeling formation, but perhaps they'll just run the football here.
I believe that's Norris in the backfield as well.
Norris is a sure-handed guy with the ball. Smith takes it, looks to pass. And outfield it goes Staples. Open in the field is Clark. Clark makes a cut. Clark cuts outside. Clark going outside to the sidelines with 3 seconds left in the half. Clark gets outside. As the clock is not stopping, but they will fix it.
They should put a couple extra seconds on the clock here. It looked like he got out of bounds with about 3 seconds left right at midfield.
So now there's a chance they might throw it downfield. I don't know. Do you think Smith has the arm for that?
I'm not sure. I haven't really seen too much of Smith throwing the ball that far down the field, but it's definitely possible. He's a very good athlete. I think that he could definitely get it close.
So we'll see what Stables does here. The offense out on the field, all the receivers out there. Looks like a 4-receiver set. Back is Smith. Smith takes the snap and gives a screen to Clark as it hits the ground and the half is over. So not a great end of the half there as Clark's not able to get it as the ball is spiked to the ground there by Stables. So we will be back for the second half on second alongside Coleman. 14-13 Eagles as this game has been interesting so far on our first night on September 30th. We'll be back.
inside the Trumbull 25-yard line. So they got into that quick 13-0 lead, but following that, they have not been able to do much on offense at all outside of one big Tyler Clark catch that went for about a 30-yard gain. And on the other side, Trumbull, they've locked in defensively. They've been able to stop that run game after those first two Staples possessions. And now we're obviously seeing Rowan Johnston just do what he does best, which is just run straight up the middle and gain a lot of yards after contact.
Yeah, we did get some insight from someone that is on the sidelines, and he said that Trumbull is doing a lot of holding of the Staples defensive line, and the refs have not been calling it. But they're going to look at it more in the second half, so we might see some changes here as the second half adjustments are made by both teams and by the referees. So Johnson might not be able to get these lanes as well. He'll have to do some more work inside, but that should be a change that will help Staples manage this run game.
Yeah, definitely a little difficult to see any holding from up here, but it definitely appears like the Wreckers were very upset with some of the non-calls in that first half, so that can definitely have an effect on how good this run game is here for Trumbull in the second half.
As the coaches up here with us, I have intent look on their faces. They want to get this half off to a good start. In the return game is Hillhouse and Armentano, as it is a squib here early by Trumbull, as it is recovered by Staples. It's muffed once again, but they're able to fall upon it. Staples cannot recover kickoffs. Now they can Trumbull.
Yeah, both teams are having trouble securing the ball off the ground. It's definitely very scary to watch for both sides because those types of turnovers and those types of plays are just not fun. They're honestly pretty embarrassing when you're watching them from up here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to field a football, but these guys have practiced enough. They practice every day after school. They should have the ball security in this part of the game. You know, it's different than making a catch. You know, you're just you're waiting for the ball to come to you. You're not really doing too much, and you should be able to secure those. As now Smith, ready for the snap. Smith takes the snap, and he hands it off inside. That is Norris there inside as he cuts out and gets a 3-yard rush.
Nice job by Norris there, realizing nothing there, up the middle, cutting that to the right and making a gain out of it of about 3 yards.
Norris had a little bounce out there, you know. He's a quick guy, you know. He's not the tallest, he's not the biggest, but he has that low center of gravity once again that is able to allow him to move, cut outside quickly, and he has a lot of power on him. He's a stout dude.
He's very strong. When I played football, he was very tough to bring down, and he breaks a lot of tackles. So he doesn't look the biggest, but trust me, he's a very tough kid to bring down.
So now Smith communicating once again. Little jump there by Trumbull, but nothing's caught as a snap here, and it gets outside to Clark. Clark takes it. Clark rushing outside. Sorry, that's Hillhouse, my fault. Hillhouse gets upfield to the 38-yard line.
Finally, we're getting some passing game going here. I believe that's Hillhouse's first catch of the night.
That's Clark. My fault.
That was Hillhouse on the catch there.
Sorry, my fault. A little confusion there. Hillhouse is number 6, whereas Clark is number 1, but Hillhouse gets involved here. He hasn't done much so far this game.
Yeah, finally getting involved with the bubble screenplay there. Get him out in open space. He's also just like Clark, a very electric playmaker in open field.
So now Smith communicating once again with the running backs as he is ready to take a snap. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Staples on the 30-yard line at 14-13 Trumbull. Smith takes the snap, fakes the pass, runs it up, bounces it outside, and he gets wrapped up here with about a 1-yard gain there. That is not much going. Takes right there by Smith.
Pre-game and early on, I was talking a lot about how I like how Staples is trying to run the ball a lot, keep that running game going, but it seems like they've been going to it a little bit too much, and it hasn't really been working for them. And their strength has been their passing game in these first few games. So they need to, obviously try to keep that running game going a little bit, try to incorporate it here and there, but ultimately the pass game is what's going to get their offense moving.
So now Smith set here. Smith takes the snap, and he fakes the handoff, runs outside, rolls to his right, throws it, and looks like it's incomplete there.
The nailing was falling down as that ball is being delivered to him. Definitely going to be a tough grab for him either way.
Yeah, no. So Smith is he's not being very aggressive this game, I will say. He's taken one shot deep maybe. He hasn't done much down the field, and I think that he has receivers that have speed, able to get open downfield. He has time, he's not looking that way.
Yeah, it's been a very slow game from that point, from that part of the game. He has the playmakers for him there with Hillhouse and Clark on the outside, but hasn't had the opportunity to find them deep yet. I hope to see that one in the second half.
So now Smith takes the snap, looks back, looking deep, looking to pass, and he gets a guy open, and it's dropped, nearly picked off there by Trumbull. Cool, tough play there.
Yeah, he was right there, right in front of the first down marker, and that would have been a first down grab for Nealon, but was not able to haul it in. The coach is definitely upset with that one, as he should have hauled that one, but
I'm sure he felt the presence of the guy's footsteps behind him, ready to take the big hit, so he got distracted. But yeah, it's a tough play, one you have to make. You're supposed to reel that one in and get down, I think that's a play you nerd.
Yeah, we've seen Nealon make those catches plenty of times before, especially in the St. Joe's game a couple weeks ago. He had about 8 catches for over 100 yards. He was making those catches left and right. He's definitely upset with himself.
Now the punt unit is out for the Wreckers as the punt is away. Not a long punt there once again as the ball bounces. Staples looking to down it inside the 20 as it gets to the 21-yard line. So Trumbull will start on the 21-yard line. And they're going to look to build on their lead here. They lead 14-13 with 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in this third quarter.
Out comes Rowan Johnston again as he's looking to have another monster half like he did in that first one. The Wreckers had absolutely no answer for that Trumbull running game, but like we said, there were a lot of complaints of holding that went uncalled in that first half, so we're going to watch out for that, especially in the second half.
As now we see Augusti taking the snap, gives it to Johnston. Johnston cuts up, and he did not get a big play there. So good start here by the Wreckers as they limit it to 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, on first and 10, you don't want them to get a 5 or 6 yard gain on first down. It's just very deflating for the defense, and just gets the offense even more motivated and more ready to go for doing that. So nice job there, only allowing a gain of 1.
Augusti taking a snap, and he gives the outside to Antonio. Antonio cuts the field, and he is forced out of bounds around the 32-yard line near the first down.
It's going to be maybe only the 3rd completion for this Trumbull offense.
Yeah.
They've really not passed the ball much. They haven't needed to, but definitely going to be interesting to see if they want to incorporate that passing offense a little more in the second half.
Now third and short here for the Eagles as they're going to look to move the chains, get the ball down the field, get a first down. As Augusti runs back into the huddle after getting the play from Coach Petrosio. Now it looks like another run formation here. There are no receivers out wide. Augusti, and it's the direct snap to Johnston. Johnston cuts it outside. Johnston gets the first and more. Johnston pulled down near the sideline, but he does get the first down at the 35.
Yeah, there's that formation again. You can tell there's going to be another direct snap for Johnston, as they've been doing that a lot this night. As they get the first down with the chains here.
So now it is a first down for Trumbull. Staples out there looking to make a stop here. The defense does not look too spry right now as they're sort of making their way down, but they haven't necessarily let up the big play, but Trumbull hasn't really gone for the big play either.
Yeah, they've just been giving the ball to Johnston again and again, making sure he keeps getting steady yards.
Johnston gets it once again, cuts up the middle, and he pushes forward for around 6 yards.
Nealon on the tackle there, but Johnston again just starting the contact and falling forward to gain some extra yards there. That's what he does best, is just making sure he's falling forward to gain those extra 2 yards.
Second down and 3.
So 2nd and 3 there for Trumbull, 7-yard run for Johnston. Staples subbing here, trying to get a new look in for defense to get this stop. Augusti has the play, and he's in the huddle with his offense. 26 seconds on the play clock. They have plenty of time. There are 7 minutes left in this third quarter. 14-13 Eagles on the 42-yard line. Johnston gets a snap. Johnston cuts it up. Johnston goes for more than the first down for another 7-yard carry.
Again, Johnston spinning around, breaking tackles. Another great run by Johnston. This Staples D-line needs to do a better job of making sure that offensive line isn't going to the second level.
Yeah, so the front 7 is not doing their job, but the linebackers in the corner are making sure that he doesn't make a big play, They're sort of, once he gets past the first line of defense, they're able to make the tackle. But Johnston doesn't seem like the type of guy who has huge, long runs, but he just is steady and he gets the ball down the field and he tires out the defense. Oh, and Toby is on the field. I thought that he was out, but he's on the field now, so he's going to try to make an impact here as Johnston is able to. And it looks like a fumble there by Johnston as the ball is down. It is recovered by We are waiting to see the call from the officials here. It looks like the Wreckers have the football as Johnson makes a crucial mistake. So the Staples Wreckers have the football, and they're going to look to put some points on the board here to start the second half. So Staples, huge play there. Johnson, crucial mistake. That is not characteristic of him.
Yeah, Johnson puts the ball on the ground there after a very good start to the drive. A lot of good runs on that opening drive of the second half, and he puts the ball on the ground. And now the Staples Wrecker offense will take over at about midfield. So a nice energy boost here for the Wreckers after it looked like it was going to be another tough defensive drive, but here they come again for their second drive of the second half. Looking to do something a little more.
Staples has to capitalize on this drive here. This is a huge drive in the game. If they can get the lead, that's what they need right now, because Johnson, he's going to take that fumble, he's going to be angry, and he's going to keep running forward. So Smith takes a snap. Smith gets it outside to Clark. Clark gets hit in the back, stays up on his feet. Oh, he was called down, his knee hit the ground. But that's a tough play, minus 4 yards there. Sorry, that was a Hillhouse there. My mistake. Hillhouse knocked up on the line. Back 4 yards. So, second and 14 for the Wreckers. Not the way they want to start the drive.
Yeah, they tried a bubble screen there, but I believe it was Jeremy Leaf wasn't able to get that block, and Hillhouse was taken down instantly in the backfield.
Yeah, that's the thing with bubble screens. You know, they're risky. They can have bad results if the blocks are not made, and there, that was shown.
You're really depending on the receivers to put a good block.
So Smith takes a snap. Smith looks downfield. Smith takes a shot downfield, and he has a guy open. Going down the field. That's Clark. Clark going down the field. Clark all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Staples. Hillhouse once again. Hillhouse gets a touchdown there. Great play by James Hillhouse, able to get in the end zone. What a play there. Clark and Hillhouse making impacts here early. Hillhouse gets the score. So Staples leads 19-14. What a play there by Staples.
Huge play there by the Wrecker offense. Finally, they get the passing game going. He had Hillhouse on the out route going towards the sideline, and Michael Nealon did almost a really nice basketball move. He boxed out his corner that was guarding him, and just an unbelievable play there by Hillhouse, getting down the sideline and prancing in for a touchdown. And the Staples Wreckers take a lead here midway through the third quarter.
And one of the first deep shots here tonight for Staples pays off as Hillhouse is able to make Trumbull pay. So now Staples looks like they're going for two out here, which makes sense mathematically. They lead 19-14 right now with 5:34 left in this half. So Smith takes a snap in motion. Smith takes a snap, gets it outside. That's cutting inside and getting into the end zone.
It's a great job by the Wrecker offense, just basically saying, we'll give this ball to Tyler Clark and we'll let him do his thing in open space. He broke a couple tackles there. It looked like there were 3 Trumbull defenders around him, but he was there, break some tackles and get into the end zone for the big 2-point conversion.
So now Staples has the lead, 21-14, one possession touchdown game with 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Hillhouse to make an impact on that drive, had a couple catches, one went backwards and one went very far forwards there.
Yeah, this is a very huge development here for Staples. Looked like not going to be a very good start to that second half with Johnson bringing the ball down the field slowly but surely, but he finally makes a mistake, puts the ball on the ground, and the Wreckers finally take advantage. And you have to only think, I mean, obviously Trumbull's going to give the ball back to Johnston as they've been doing this entire game. But you need, if you're the Staples, you got to keep hoping for those mistakes, because that seems like the only way that they're going to get stops on defense right now.
Yeah, now a stop here again once would be huge if they're able to score some more points, make this a 2-possession game, but that's very far in the future right now. As Trumbull's angry now, you know, Johnson fumbled that one. He's going to go out there with anger. He's going to go out there with passion and try to get back out there and make some big plays for this Trumbull Eagle team. So McCall set to kick off. 2 men back deep for Trumbull.
McCall's got a big leg too. He used to play some soccer back in the day.
It's booted there by McCall and fielded by Trumbull on the return. Trumbull looking to bring it upfield, and they get it to the 25. So starting there by the 25 is Trumbull. They have 75 yards to go, trying to make their way downfield, and they're going to use the run game even more.
Yeah, obviously they're going back to Johnston here on this drive, but this Trumbull offense has looked very, very good, bringing the ball down the field. I mean, these long drives, they tire out the defense. Just running the ball constantly takes a big toll on that D-line, as they're trying so hard to not let those offensive linemen get up to the second level.
So now it is taken by Johnson. Johnson goes outside. Johnson goes upfield. That's keep going, and he gets a first down there. Quick acceleration there by Johnson as it's a different look as they get going outside immediately.
Just tripped up by number 21 Preston Norris there. A good tackle right by the feet. But yeah, like we said, we've been seeing a lot of inside runs by Johnson today. But that first run where he took it outside the tackles, and it went for a big gain.
So now Auguste takes the snap, hands it to Johnston. Johnston cuts it outside once again, continues going outside. He has a break there, and he gets to the first down.
Yeah, same thing to the other side, another outside the tackle run by Johnston. And we had some inside information from Devin Jarvis saying that it was very unusual for Trumbull to run the ball inside like they were in that first half. As we're now finally seeing the outside running game here with Rowan Johnston.
Yeah, there's a possibility that the coach was trying to hide that and use that as a weapon in the second half when they thought it was needed, because it is easy to counter those outside runs if you have time to make those adjustments. So Auguste takes a snap, dropping back deep. He has a guy open, and excellent catch there by Trumbull as he's able to get it down, and that was Jack Derlin. What a play there by Trumbull. 1-on-1 jump ball catch down to the 14-yard line of Derlin. Perfect throw there by Auguste. Perfect catch by Derlin.
Yeah, unbelievable catch there by Derlin. He's the second best wide receiver on the team behind Antonio, but he's also had a solid season. 10 catches for 145 yards, and a touchdown. He's a very talented player for this team, and he's a big body. He can go up and get those jump balls, and we saw it right there.
So at the 18 is Trumbull taking the snap. Now Johnston outside. Johnston has a lane outside. Johnston cuts it upfield. Johnston gets down, and he gets a 9-yard run there by Johnston.
Falling forward again, Johnston. You've never seen him on his back this entire game. He's always laying down on his stomach, falling forward.
That's a great point. You know, he's like a Ezekiel Elliott type guy. He just always falls forward, keeps going, keeps turning his legs. So 3rd and 9 here. 21-14 Rutgers. 3:50 left in the third quarter. Big play here is in the red zone. Staples has to try to hold him to a field goal on 2nd and short. As Auguste takes a snap, hands it to Johnson. Johnson bounces it outside once again, cuts back inside. Johnson maybe gets a yard there. We'll see what it's about the ball. But nice play there by Staples, able to limit the big end zone play there.
That deep ball to Derlin was really the first time we've seen the Staples secondary get tested at all this game. Really, maybe only the first or second deep pass we've seen. And, I mean, perfect throw, perfect catch there by Derlin. And they were able to execute on that big play.
And now it's 1st and goal here for Trumbull on the 8-yard line as they're going to try to punch it in. Auguste takes a snap, hands it to Johnson. Johnson goes inside. Johnson bats it outside. Johnson gets it down around the 3-yard line. So a good run there by Johnson.
Johnson kind of reminds me of like a Cam Akers type of running back, you know? All those jump cuts, very quick, and he's always falling forward, a very powerful runner. And he's also very good in the passing game, too. We haven't seen too much of that tonight. But
I mean, I think that if they had their game plan, then he'd be in it. But, you know, they're just leaning towards the run right now. But, yeah, the passing game is something we could expect later. So, Auguste in. Ready to take a snap, and Johnson looks like he's going to get the direction now. Johnson gets it, bounce it outside. Johnson has a hole, Johnson has a lane. Johnson's going to get into the end zone here for Trumbull, as it is 21-20. Johnson has 3 touchdowns in the third quarter.
Made it look way too easy there on the direct snap again. Bouncing that one outside as he's just too quick for that record defense. And it looks like we might have a tie game here following this extra point attempt.
I got to give the Trumbull line some credit there. They're able to force Staples out of the way, let Johnson get a clear pass to the end zone. I could have ran that in.
Yeah, he had a lot of space there on the edge.
And the PAT is up, and the PAT is good there by Trumbull. Tie game, 2:27 left in the half.
That's now 17 touchdowns on the season for Rowan Johnson. Unbelievable what he's been able to do to start this season.
And I would expect another 1 or 2 tonight.
Absolutely. If they get however many more drives they get, I'm expecting that many more touchdowns from Johnston.
You know, I can't imagine how this guy feels right now. You know, he's just out there. He's running the football. He's doing what he does best, and his confidence has to be at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, he's just out there having fun, breaking tackles, just being an absolute beast out there as the starting running back here for the Trumbull Eagles. Definitely fun to see a guy like that just be able to be that dominant.
So now Staples looking to make a splash here. Tie game. They want to untie this knot right now. 2:23 left in this third quarter. 21-21 ball game. So they're going to receive the kickoff, and they're going to try to make some magic happen.
Yeah, we finally saw them try an intermediate pass there on that ended up touchdown to Hillhouse, where it was about a 20-yard pass in the air to Hillhouse on an out route, and he took it all the way. So finally we're seeing Staples start to trust more in that running game and start to ditch that running game a little bit.
So we are going to see the kickoff here by Trumbull, 2 men deep back for Staples. That is Hillhouse and Armentano. The kickoff by Trumbull is up. Another squib here. And let's see if Staples can handle it clean. They cannot handle it clean once again, but they're able to fall on top of it. I do not understand, Colin. I see the look on your face right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable to watch. Every single time the ball's on the ground, it's just hits off a wrecker, and then instantly it's just a scrum for the ball. They got to clean that up, because those types of mistakes can be unbelievably costly late in these games.
So now it is Staples' ball on around the 28-yard line. You know, they can't be making these mistakes. They have to be able to just play better football right now at this point.
Yeah, it's just a very sloppy game, I feel like, for both sides. Obviously, we've seen it get cleaned up a little bit more in the second half, but definitely want to have a clean second half here with these two teams.
As Smith takes a snap, looking to run. Smith up the middle. Smith gets a little bit of a hole there, and he gets 3 yards before forward progress is stopped.
I still like how Staples is trying to get Caleb Smith going on the ground, though, because in their 2 wins, that's really what helped them win those games, was Caleb Smith on the ground, just absolutely going off. We saw last week in the game, Smith ran 10 rushes, 104 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. So that's what he's been able to do in these wins. False start.
There by the record, there's a jump on the offensive line.
Looks like it's Jared Goldens, I think, on the false start.
That's a tough play there. You know, can't have that. Can't be going backward at this point in the game. This Goldens makes a crucial mistake there. We're going to see if they can get it back here on this play. So it's going to be second and about 13. As some substitutions are being made, as some communication on the sidelines right now. Coach Barron's running down the field, trying to get his offense set.
Second and long. Obviously, I'm looking for a pass here for Caleb Smith. I'm either looking for Tyler Clark or even Michael Nealon, I feel like, over the middle of the field.
Clark gets it. Clark has some space. Clark goes to the sideline. Clark moves. Clark all the way down. Clark all the way down. Clark, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tyler Clark, as he gets the end around. Tyler Clark, what a play. Staples gets down the field, and they take the lead right back. Splash plays, 2 possessions in a row for the Redness. James Hillhouse, Tyler Clark doing what they do best, getting into the end zone as Staples takes the lead once again, 27-21, and they're going to look to make it a 7-point game here on the extra point. Tyler Clark, that speed is unteachable.
Unbelievable speed there by Clark. Exactly, you said it perfectly. You cannot teach speed like that. Hitting that outside and running down the sideline. Unbelievable job there. Great blocking by the offense as well.
So Clark finally gets on the board, took line off. So now we're going to see if Staples can continue this momentum as the PAT goes in. So Staples leads 28-21, and Trumbull's going to look right back to Rowan Johnson to tie this game up once again.
Absolutely, but I mean that's a great play call there. Second and 13. The last thing that Trumbull's expecting is a touch pass to Tyler Clark. And he got an unbelievable block on the outside by Alex Fiala, who absolutely laid a man out, giving him all that space on the edge, and the rest was all Tyler Clark, just all that speed down the sideline.
Yeah, no, it just looks like he's on a different level, you know? Like, these guys are fast. Everyone on the field right now is fast, and he just has that extra gear that most people don't have. And he uses that to get down the field, to make a guy miss, to do all he can to help the Staples team take the lead. So big play there by Clark. 1:16 left in the third quarter, 28-28.
Yeah, Staples after taking the lead, they'll now look to try to do their best to stop Rowan Johnston, which seems like a very tall task at this point of the game. Even this third quarter, we've just been continuing the Rowan Johnston show, and we're really going to have to see the Stables team step up here, try to make a stop.
It doesn't look like the holding calls have made an impact at this point.
Still no holding calls. I don't think there's been a single holding call this entire game for either team.
I mean, in high school football, it's really hard to tell. You know, they don't have all the camera angles and everything. But, you know, the refs do all they can. 4 refs on the field for this game. So McCall set to take the kickoff. 2 men deep, back for Trumbull. And McCall does have a boot, so he's going to try to get him some bad field position here as McCall boots it down the field, and it is fielded by the Trumbull return end. He cuts up field, and he goes out of bounds at around the 25. That is Colin Van Buren out at the 35. So Staples now on defense. They have to make a stand. If they can get a stop here, that's huge for this Wrecker team.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough, though, because like we've been saying, Rowan Johnston has been unstoppable, especially that last drive. We started to see Trumbull incorporate more of those outside runs, trying to get him outside the hash marks, and it definitely worked very well in that last drive.
So now Johnston gets the snap, gets it inside. Johnston looks like he had a hole there, but he was not able to make much of that play, as it is a 3-yard rush.
Number 3, Rowan Johnston.
And different guys are tackling Johnston each time, but he does seem like he's the one who, you know, he's gotten the ball so much in this game. I respect him for keeping going. He's not getting tired. Maybe he is getting tired, but it's not showing on the field.
He doesn't look tired in the slightest at all. We've only seen Jonathan Hall come in for that one little portion of the second quarter. Other than that, it's been all Rowan Johnston.
As the handoff again to Johnston. Johnston pushes it up, and he gets another couple yards there.
Nice job by the Staples D-line here. Doing a good job of clogging those gaps, making sure Johnston can't get to that second level.
And now it is a 3rd down here for the Eagles, and they're going to have to see. I think that there's a possibility that they pass the ball here as 3rd and 5. You know, it's not a sure thing on the ground, but if they complete a pass, then you would assume that they would be beyond that 5-yard line.
Yeah, they haven't had to pass much, but this might be the chance right here.
So Gusty, it looks like a timeout here by the third quarter coming to an end here. We're off track of the clock, but it is a good game here, 1-possession game for the Wreckers. They lead. The story of the game has been Tyler Clark and James Hillhouse, and it has been Rowan Johnston.
Yeah, great bounce-back quarter there by Staples. Getting those 2 long touchdowns in. James Hillhouse hitting the edge on that pass reception. And then you saw Tyler Clark with a huge touch pass, where he took it all the way for about almost a 70-yard touchdown. And then, again, we've just seen Rowan Johnston just absolutely dominate this Wrecker defense. Absolutely no answer still 3 quarters into this game. But we're going to have to see what Trumbull's going to want to do here on 3rd and 5. They could definitely pass it here, but they haven't been able to do that much in this entire game. They haven't needed to. Or they could go back to Rowan Johnston, who is probably definitely averaging over 5 yards of carry in this game. So I'm very interested to see what they want to do here.
And now the receivers on the field, you know, they haven't got much involvement so far, but I think that they understand their role. They know they have to run block, they have to do their job, and being on this offensive system, they're going to win games this way because it's proving it throughout the season. They're 3-0 so far.
Yeah, this Trumbull team is one of the top teams in the state, and this running game offensively has definitely shown why.
So now Gusty takes it, and he looks like he gets Staples to go offsides there.
Yeah, that's just a bad mistake there. 3rd and 5, they went a hard count, and they got him to jump off sides. That's unacceptable right there. That'll make a change for Trumbull.
So it's still 1st down for Trumbull as the chains move, and that is on a 3rd and 5. That's a terrible play right there.
Yeah, that was a crucial play. Now you don't need to make Trumbull think about this play call. They can give the ball right back to Rowan Johnston, let him do his thing.
He looks like he's looking over the sidelines. He knows he's getting the ball here as Gusty is communicating with Rowan, and we're going to see what happens here as the offense is going to continue pounding the football. Gusty takes it, hands it to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson gets 5 yards there. Good play there.
On the carry for the Eagles, number 3, William Johnston. Stop for the Rockies, number 7, Jack Whittle.
That was Whittle there on the tackle. Whittle able to make the play there. So a lot of Staples tacklers have been able to get to Johnston at a certain point. It hasn't been one guy making all the tackles this game, but you know, inside that much, it becomes a lot for this defense against Johnston. As the snap is taken once again, Johnson gets it once again. Johnson cuts it outside. Johnson gets near the first down, if not to the first down. Looks like he got to the first down there based on the referees.
Yeah, like you said, usually it feels like it's just been Michael Nealon being all over the field, making all the tackles for Staples, but tonight it seems like it's been a lot of different guys chipping in, doing their part. You've seen a lot from Rohan Narang. You've seen Zach Roseman all over the place. We've seen Jack Whittle like we did on that last play, so definitely a lot of guys are stepping up and making big open field tackles.
Now it's taken once again. Johnson takes it once again, and a great tackle there by Staples at the line of scrimmage.
On the play, number 3, William Johnston. Stopped at the line by number 72, Tanner Chulupsa.
That was Tanner Chulupsa there on the tackle, and he's able to flatten Johnson. That's one of the first times in the entire game, like you said, that Johnson has been on his back.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Tanner Chulupsa.
He's a big dude. He has that impact.
Yeah, he stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. I think that's probably the shortest gain that he's gone all night.
I think so. Lower the average a little bit. So Augusty takes the snap, back to Johnson. Johnson upside. Johnson up the middle. Johnson gets to 8 more yards on that play.
And that'll help the average out a little bit.
So now it's going to be a 3rd and short here for Trumbull. And some substitutions are being made here by Trumbull as they go maybe to looks like a rock heavy set here. They have a lot of big dudes on the field. They're going to try to get it to Johnson. They're going to try to get it upfield. I can see a direct snap in this situation.
I was just about to say direct snap right here and probably coming up. Staples hasn't been able to stop it too well this entire game, that direct snap play. And we'll be able to tell by this formation here. It definitely looks like it'll be a direct snap.
And Johnson takes it, goes upside, goes up in the middle, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, another direct snap there. Basic 5-yard gain by Johnston.
And Staples is really going to have to fix this if they want to come out on top of this game. And then if other teams see what they're doing, they're going to realize that they can't stop the direct snap. And this other teams are going to implement it against practice a lot. So some adjustments are going to have to be made if they want to come out on top here and be successful in the future.
Yeah, they don't want to show the run defense as a weakness because, I mean, we've seen in this game that it's really the only reason Trumbull's in the game right now.
Exactly. So Augusty takes the snap, hands it to Johnson. Johnson cuts outside. Johnson has the lane and gets tackled there. Great tackle there by Staples.
I believe that was Preston Norris. What a tackle there by Norris in the open field.
Norris has gone for the legs a lot. I think he's one of the guys that has made a lot of plays by diving for the legs, not allowing Johnson to bowl him over.
Yeah, it looked like Johnson was going to get away from him with a nice hard step in the ground and going back to his right, but Preston Norris was able to stay with him and grab his legs and drag him down to the ground.
8:35 left in this game right now as Trumbull is going to look to get some more points on the board here. Augusty takes the snap over to Johnson. Johnson takes up the middle. Johnson gets stuffed for around 3 yards there.
Another big stop almost at the line of scrimmage there for the Wreckers. Looks like he was kneeling again. So Preston Norris on the tackle there. Another tackle here from him.
Big 3rd down and 6 here for the Wreckers and for the Eagles, as if they're able to get this, they're going to be able to continue their offense, but if not, they're going to be put in a tough situation. So Augusty back in. Augusty communicating with the sidelines. They're preparing to hike the ball. They hike the ball. Augusty looks to pass. Augusty has a guy open. Augusty, and he drops the ball. Great defense there by the Wreckers as this receiver is not able to secure it.
That was Antonio, who was the targeted receiver there, was not able to hook in. I believe that was Will Hallman on the coverage there.
Yeah, we haven't called the cornerback game time a lot. Haven't gotten targeted. Well, that's probably due to the game plan. But they just haven't let guys wide open. So
yeah, we haven't needed to say Holloman's name much this game like we usually would because, I mean, obviously Trumbull's been running the ball almost every single play.
But Holman also has not been letting his guy get open. So good defense there by Holman, who was the quarterback a couple years ago for JV. He hurt his shoulder last year, and he felt that, and the team felt that he was better suited to play corner at this point because Smith has the skill, and the whole line cornerback was bigger than the quarterback. So Gussie takes a snap over to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson pushing forward, and on fourth down, he does not get it. Huge play there by the Wreckers. They're able to get the fourth down stop.
A 4th and 6 running play there to Johnston. They trusted him. They trusted him to get 7, and he was not able to do it. A great job there. Good adjustment by that record D line to make sure that Johnston would not run the ball all over them again.
Yeah, so now they've had the touchdown lead. They have the ball. This is one of the first times in the game that they've had the ball with a lead. So they're going to look to push forward here. They're going to look to add some more points on the board, make this a 2-possession game when it matters most. Smith drops back. Smith takes the run. Smith goes upfield. Smith goes for around 2 yards there as Florida Park gets his stop.
Second and about 9 on this play here. Obviously, I'm going to say go back to the pass game as we've seen in this second half. It's worth a lot more for the Wreckers. Or try to get Clark back in space with it like they did on that touch pass.
Is it too early to start chewing clock, or is that strategy?
I think it's a little too early. Obviously, you also have to take into account that the Wreckers have not had a great running game themselves. I wouldn't really trust it to get a couple first downs in a row, if I'm being honest. I think you have to continue with the passing game and get first downs.
He's Clark in the slot right now. He's looking at Smith. It looks like he's ready to make something happen on this play. Offense is set. Smith runs again. Once again, he's going upside, bounce out outside, and he cannot get any traction on that play, so he's caught at the line of scrimmage there. The acceleration that is not what we need from Smith.
Yeah, that's stopped right at the line of scrimmage again. It's going to be about a 3rd and 8. As now, the Wreckers are going to force the pass here and try to get this first down.
And you'd hate to get that big stop and then give the ball right back.
Yeah, that'll definitely be deflating for the Wreckers because they want to get a first down here. They want to move the clock. They can't chew the clock just yet, like I said, because of how bad the running game has been. So they want to just do their offense like they normally would and just try to get first down after first down.
Smith communicating with the sideline, looking. Trumbull making some defensive substitutions here, matching up. You see Sand here at the bottom of the screen. Sorry, at the bottom of the field. And Smith ready here. 4 receivers set here for the Wreckers. Smith drops back, looking to pass deep. Smith evades the pocket, and he goes off on his legs. Smith dodging, and he gets wrapped up here at, I can't tell, very close to the first down line. We're going to see if he got it. And it looks like
they're going to give him first down.
So big run play there by Smith. He lost how many yards up and downfield, and he didn't have much going there. But he was able to get out of the pocket and make a play.
That's what we've always seen from the Wreckers and Caleb Smith in those 2 wins this season. Smith able to get out of the pocket and gain some yards on the ground. He hasn't been able to do that all game, as he finally is able to get a nice 10-yard run there on 3rd and long.
And now we see Clark talking some trash to the Trumbull sideline right now as he is looking to make an impact. So now Smith sends a guy in motion. Looks like that's Armentano?
Smith with the ball.
Smith with the ball, and he gets thrown down there by Trumbull.
Smith on the QB run out to the left. Not much there again, but the clock does keep ticking. Under 5 minutes now. So if the Wreckers can continue to get these first downs, then it's looking very good for them, and they can definitely walk out of here with a victory.
4:45 left in this game. Staples leads 28-21, and if they can get a big play here, make some magic happen, then this game is in their hands. But it's far from over. They cannot make mistakes right now. No interceptions right now. That's the worst.
No mistakes by this Wrecker team. They got to take care of the football. Especially with how good Johnson has been this entire game. You don't want to give them the ball at midfield with a chance to tie the game.
So Smith waiting, chewing some clock as he takes a snap. Smith goes outside. Has a guy open there. That's Clark. Clark moving. Clark trying to get outside. And Clark goes to the sideline. Looks like it's just short down there.
Just short, but the clock will actually stop. Clark went out of bounds there, but it'll be about a 3rd and 1 for the Wreckers. Try to keep this clock moving.
3:57 left in this game. Big 3-1 play here. I think that you try to do a QB run here in the situation, to get Smith. Try to get Smith inside, let him get that yard.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's been, if you need 1 yard, I think Smith is the guy.
It was in the line. Smith takes a snap. Smith runs up the middle. Smith does he get the first down? Smith does not get the first down there. So Trumbull has to stand here. It's now Coach Berry's has a decision to make.
Yeah, you got to go for it here. I think if you're the Wreckers, you're on Trumbull's side of the field at about the 43-yard line. You got a little less than a yard to go. So I definitely think that Wreckers will go back to the running game here. A huge 4th down play with 3:30 to go and counting.
Now, Staples here. Smith ready.
Biggest play of the game so far.
Smith takes a snap and he runs it. Smith runs and it looks like he's short of the first down. So
that's going to be very close.
The ref looked like he was running on the inside part of the first down, but we're going to have to see what the decision is, where they spot the ball. But this is a crucial part in the game.
Yeah, that's extremely close there. They're going to bring out the first down markers, but it looks like it's going to be a little short.
Yeah, now from our angle, we can see that the ball does look a little short. It's hard to see. It's hard for the refs to see exactly where the ball stopped moving. But in this case, we're going to see where the markers line up. We'll see the ref signal.
No.
It is not a first down. So the offense will get back on the field. Rowan Johnson will get back on the field with plenty of time. 3:32 left in this game. Down a touchdown. He is going to do all he can to make this play here. He's going to try to run the ball. Trumbull's going to try to do what they do best, run the football and get into the end zone.
Yeah, it's a huge stop there by Trumbull. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining, and Rowan Johnson is licking his chops right now. He wants to get back to this running game and do some damage.
So now it is Gusty back. No running back seen. They're looking to pass. And he has a guy open. That is the tight end, Ben Carley there, as he gets around 8 yards on the flat.
Rare passing play there by the Trumbull Eagles. Not seeing too much of that, obviously, in this game. Still, Johnson is not going to be in the backfield. They're going to go empty formation again.
I don't know where he is right now. This is a place where you think he'd be in. As Augusta takes a snap, and he has a guy open once again. That is number 14, Samuel Lapham there. As he gets down, and there looks like some scuffling here between the teams as a flag is thrown.
Oh, gosh.
So, we're going to see who gets in trouble here. Maybe
that's going to be unnecessary roughness on Staples, most likely, after trying to take him down after the whistle was blown.
And that's angry.
It's an awful penalty right there. Personal foul. Trumbull is going to move well into Staples territory.
So now into Staples territory is Trumbull, and looks like there is 2:27 left in this game right now. Do not see Johnson.
Johnson looks like he's in the slot right now.
Okay, so he's not in the backfield. As Auguste looks, he's looking at Johnson. He rolls out. He goes up the middle, and he has a guy open and Carly up the middle. What a pass there, and what a connection between those two.
Yeah, nice job there by Carly, making that catch over the middle with defenders around him, as that looks like it's going to be an injury timeout. Staples record is down and hurt on the field.
Hate to see it, and this Trumbull team, we did not know they could pass the football like they are right now.
Yeah, they're finally starting to open up the playbook a little bit more. They went empty formation those last 2 plays. Very interesting. having Johnston in the slot, but they decide enough's enough. They want to get the pass game going a little bit. They also don't have too much time to work with, although they do have 3 timeouts remaining with just over 2 minutes left.
So it is 28-21 Staples. Trumbull in the red zone, threatening here, looking to tie this game up with 2 minutes 13 left. And this game is coming down to the wire, Colin.
Yeah, this is an absolutely awesome game to be here for. Just very competitive the entire way through, and this has just been an absolutely grinded out game by both of these teams. Trumbull has run the ball a ton, making it very tough for the Staples defense to get off the field, as the Staples offense has battled back and forth, got off to a very hot start, and then a very cold second quarter. But then in that third quarter, they were able to bounce back with some massive plays to give them the lead.
And now we're going to see walking off the field is this injured Staples player. So the defense loses a guy.
I believe that's Sam Petrosino.
Ooh, good corner there. It's Petrosino.
Yeah, very talented corner.
Great football pitcher also, I have to say. So that's a guy that was more athlete, you know, he makes his impact, and now Staples here. They have to get a stop in the red zone as he gets to take a snap and pass it against. This time it's to Johnston. It looks like the ball is dropped.
Yeah, he passed. Tried the bubble screen to Johnston, but that was not on target by Auguste.
I'm very confused on why they're not running the football right now.
Yeah, you still got over 2 minutes left and 3 timeouts. You can definitely do some damage with Johnston. I don't know why they're not running the ball either.
I don't know. Maybe they have a feeling. They have trust in their quarterback. That could be what it is. But right now, do what you did right all game, what Staples couldn't stop.
Exactly. And Auguste it's not like Auguste's made any mistakes this game. He's played a pretty clean game the whole way through.
It's been a clean game interception-wise by both teams, but some fumbles and some muff punts.
Yeah, and I'm still also very confused, just like you said, why Johnson is. It looks like he's in the backfield now.
As they're passing once again, it's to Johnson. Johnson's wide open. Johnson makes a catch and goes into the end zone. That is looks like a touchdown there by Johnson, as it is 28-27 Staples.
Wow.
Looking to tie the game now is Trumbull. Johnson, 4 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns right now.
Unbelievable. He was wide open on the wheel route. They were just saying they gotta run the ball to him, but they put him on the wheel route, and he makes a great adjustment, spinning around to make that catch and dive for the pylon.
Athletic play there, and I don't know how you lose track of the other team's best player.
Yeah, you gotta have someone on him at all times. I don't know what the Wreckers are thinking right there, getting him wide open on the wheel route by the sideline, but
and now timeout Staples here, so they're gonna talk over this extra point. I think
unless they go for 2.
That would be a gutsy play there by Trumbull, but
if I were Trumbull, I think I would do that.
Really? You wouldn't trust Johnston? You wouldn't trust their defense and then go to overtime with Johnston?
I trust Johnson enough to get into this 2-point conversion right here. Do another direct snap. Staples hasn't been able to stop that all game long. If I were Trumbull, I would do the same exact thing here. Just try to give him a lead with just over 2 minutes remaining. Staples has been very dependent on the big play in the second half. I think that's what Trumbull's thinking. I don't think they're too worried about Staples rushing down the field and kicking a game-winning field goal.
And also, you know, field goals aren't a huge part of high school football. I don't think a field goal was kicked last game. Colin, was there a field goal kicked at the game you called 2 weeks ago?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they are good kickers, but they don't have that experience of kicking field goals as much as you would want in a situation like this. So I think it looks like they're going for 2 out here. And biggest play of the game right now for the lead. Johnston looks like he's prepared to get the direct snap. Staples has to make a play. Johnston gets it. Johnston goes to the middle, and Johnston gets into the end zone as they take the lead.
29 performance by Johnson today. It all started with that personal foul, with the unnecessary roughness, and getting Trumbull farther in the Staples territory. Those 15-yard penalties are killers. And I had a feeling, I knew that Johnson was going to get in on that play. He's been unstoppable this entire game.
This guy's the heart and soul of his team in their offense, and
all 4 of the touchdowns, plus the 2-point conversion. It's a one-man show out here. Plus, I mean, an unbelievable performance by this Trumbull line. We haven't been giving them enough credit because they've given Johnson, he's massive gaps for him to run through and just making it so much easy looking for him. Unbelievable job by this Trumbull O-line, as well as Johnston, for being able to break all these tackles and get out in open space.
He just is wearing out the Staples defense throughout the game. He got better as the game went on, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It started off early on in that first quarter. Johnston looked a little bit slow, a little sluggish, but as this game has progressed, the holes have gotten bigger and bigger for Johnston, and he's made it look easier and easier.
This guy's really impressive. I don't know how many yards he has tonight. That's probably too many to count, but
Way too many.
But 18 touchdowns in 4 games to start the season. He could be going for some record right now.
That definitely looks like he's on track for an FCS or perhaps even a state record. I'm not really sure. But unbelievable job by Johnston here today. You can't help but be a little bit happy for him, because a guy doing things like that, that's just unbelievable to watch.
But now we have to see if Staples down 1 can come back here and make some miraculous plays in order to take the lead back with 2:01 left in this game, as they're back deep to receive the kickoff. Another squib. Let's see if Staples can handle it. This time they do handle the kickoff and pick it up at the 33-yard line.
Cameron Lyons was on the recovery there. He's the first one tonight that's been able to recover and scope kick cleanly.
So now maybe Staples can see that as some positive momentum and use that as motivation. You know, things are starting to go right for them after that touchdown. And I think we're going to see Tyler Clark a lot in this drive.
Yeah, I think that's what they've got to look for. Tyler Clark or James Hillhouse, their two biggest playmakers. I think that's the best move offensively if you're Coach Behrens.
Clark in the slot right now. As Smith takes it, Smith looks over at Clark. Clark makes the catch. Oh, he drops it. Oh, I thought that was a block right there, but he's not able to reel it in.
Just took his eye off the ball as soon as the ball hit his hands. He was not able to haul it in. He was looking to make his first move, make that first defender miss, but could not haul the pass in.
Yeah, I mean, I was so sure he was going to make the catch there. I said he did when he wasn't able to secure it.
Yeah, that should have been a nice, easy pitch and catch, but Clark does drop it. It'll be 2nd and 10, but I like how they go straight to Tyler Clark on that first play.
And then he's the type of guy that can make a move and break it open, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the types of plays. That play could have gone for a big gain, but just was not able to haul it in.
So Smith drops back, looking to pass. Smith gets wrapped up in the backfield as he is sacked by the Trumbull Eagles.
Great pressure there by the Eagles. Making a very nice play, not letting Smith get out of the pocket. As it's going to be 3rd and about 15 now. A very tough spot for the Wreckers. Obviously 4-down territory in their own end with 1.5 minutes left.
This could be the game right here if they're not able to complete this. And Smith takes a snap, looks back. Smith in trouble. Smith gets out. And he's got open to Clark. Clark is open. Clark going on the field. Clark, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown and 2.
Oh my God!
For Staples. Staples leads 36-29. This game, Tyler Clark is special. What a play. Caleb Smith escapes out of the pocket, finds a wide open guy in Clark, and Clark's 2nd touchdown of the night does it for Staples. They take the lead with 1:12 left in the game.
I'm at a loss for words right now. Caleb Smith running out of the pocket, looked like he's about to get sacked, and he finds Tyler Clark wide open, and he takes it all the way for about a 70-yard touchdown. Unbelievable.
34-29. Staples set to go for 2 here.
Get a timeout. Get a timeout and get this play right.
And they want to get timeouts here. They want to get this play right. They have to do that in order to, you know, this is a big play. They want to go up. They want to go up by 7. And a timeout is taken by Staples. Tyler Clark.
Wow. That is unbelievable. That Staples with their backs pinned against the wall. 3rd and 15 in their own end. And Caleb Smith magic. Finding Tyler Clark. Unbelievable.
These two guys, they just have a connection, you know? That's all I can say.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness.
Smith maneuvered his way out of the pocket there. I thought he was sacked.
I thought he was going to get taken down, and he rolls out to his right and delivers a perfect pass to Tyler Clark with no one even near him. I don't know what happened there. There was no one within 15 yards.
Same thing happened on the other side of the field, though, with Johnson. You know, that's our best player wide open. They can't have that. Neither team. So Staples leads 34-29 with 1:12 left in this game. They are going to go for 2 here, try to make it a 7-point game. And this game is still very far from over.
Yeah, absolutely very far from over. A minute 12 left, and this is a huge two-point conversion. This, if they get it, will make it a 7-point game again. And you need to you need to have a great play. Obviously, if you're a coach, you have your list of 2-point plays for the entire week. You got to go to the very top of that list and find the best one, because this is the biggest play of the entire game right here.
So Smith in the shotgun right now. 4 receiver set for Staples. Crowd getting loud right now. Smith takes it, looks to pass. Smith goes outside and he has a guy open, and the 2-point conversion is converted.
James Hillhouse wide open, a great route there, and then Shiner route gets his defender to go inside and blinks his foot and goes right back towards the pylon. And that is a huge play there by the Raptors to go up by 7 with a minute and 12 left.
And so now it's to a point where I think they can run it a couple times with Johnson, run some hurry-up offense, but it's going to be tough, you know?
It's going to be tough. They do have 3 timeouts, but a minute and 12 left. I'm not sure how many times they're going to be able to run the ball with Johnson if they're only going to get 6-7 yards per carry.
So some plays are going to have to be made. We're going to see Luke Antonio. He's going to get some targets, I would think. We're going to see Jack Derlin get some targets. You know, they're going to have to spread the ball out more, as it's too late in the game to just pound the rock. You know, it's worked all game for them so far, but now it's time to switch it up.
Exactly, and I'm sure they'll go back to that empty formation, put Johnson back in the slot, and try to get the ball in his hands out in the passing game as well if they can't do it in the running game.
So the crowd is getting antsy here, you know. Long game, it's cold out now, it's been a long night, this game has lasted a while, and it's everything we could have wanted, Colin. You know, this is a great game. Both teams played their heart out. It hasn't been the cleanest game, but it's been an enticing game, it's going to be an exciting game, and it's going to be one that is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, it's very entertaining time here by these two teams. What a game that we've seen. Very happy to be able to witness this. But this game is far from over. This Trumbull Eagles squad definitely has the firepower to get this ball, or to get this as back to a tie game.
So McCall set to kick it off, and I would think they would squib it here, right, with not much time left.
Yeah, probably.
Don't want a big return, so you want to be able to get down on defense. So McCall squibs it, and it's nearly fumbled or recovered there by Trumbull as he pushes out to the 40-yard line.
Alright, this is the biggest series of the game for the Staples defense. They've shown some flashes in the second half of being able to stop this Trumbull offense, but they need to have the biggest plays right here made by Michael Nealon and Preston Norris. Those two guys have been all over the field, and they need them here.
So Augusti is back alongside Johnston. Augusti takes a snap, drops back to pass. Oh, and he throws it out of bounds. That could have been a disaster there if he was not able to miscommunicated there with the receiver. But there was a miscommunication there as the receiver ran more of a button hook route while Augusti threw it deep.
Yeah, definitely a miscommunication. Receiver didn't even look like he ran a real route. It looked like he was trying to block on a run play, and then Augusti kind of just threw it over his head.
That was Samuel Lapham there. So now Augusti back in alongside Johnston. Augusti drops back, looks to pass. Augusti moves up in the pocket. Augusti goes downfield to Johnston, and it is nearly intercepted by the Wreckers as it hits the ground. But great defense there by Staples, able to limit Johnston.
Almost an interception there. That would have sealed the game. But Norris not able to come up with it. But again, that was Johnston on that wheel route, and Augusti was looking for him the entire way.
I think Johnston got a hand in there, able to force the interception. So as well as running the football, you can play some cornerback too.
What can't he do? What can Johnston do at this point?
So now Augusti communicating with Johnston, the two players. And now we're going to see Augusti take the snap. Augusti looks downfield, has a guy open the middle, and it's a great catch there by, that is Dan Carly across the 50-yard line down to the 43.
He's been all reliable for Trumbull this entire game. He's been the safety net for Augusti. Multiple big catches for Carly.
And a hurry-up offense here by Trumbull. As 42 seconds left, as A deep shot downfield by Trumbull as it is incomplete there.
And no flag. Trumbull wanted a flag on that one, but I don't think they really needed one. It looked like a good defensive play there.
That was deep down the right sideline there, as there are 33 seconds left in this ball game. So Staples gonna have to hold strong.
Second and about 10 here. Yeah, second and long. As the Staples secondary has looked pretty good in this game. They need to look out for Ben Carley, though. He's been the safety net for Gusty this entire night. Don't want to give up an easy catch in the middle of the field. Trumbull does still have 3 timeouts.
Gusty takes a snap. Gusty looks outside. And he has a guy in Antonio. Antonio makes the catch and goes down to the Staples 35-yard line as he is decked back there.
First down there. Nice throw and catch, finding Antonio as 24 seconds remain on the clock. As Trumbull just took a timeout to stop it.
So yeah, some deep shots here. It's going to be tough, you know. They haven't really moved the ball they want to down the field. They've been able to get it down, but not as rapidly as they want to.
Yeah, they wanted to try to get it down there quicker with Johnson, especially to look for him on that wheel route, but almost intercepted. But Auguste still found a way. He's found his other guys, Ben Carley, and he's found some of his other receivers on this drive. They've just been huge on this last drive, just giving them a chance to put it in the end zone here.
And now it is first down on the 35. 24 seconds left in the ball game. We're going to see what Staples can do here. We're going to see what Trumbull does here. And it's tough because they've ran the ball so well all game, and now they have to divert from that.
Exactly. That's the big problem here. The whole offense has been revolved around the run game, and now they got to rely on the passing game, which we haven't seen.
So Gusty takes a snap, looks to pass. Gusty downfield into double coverage, and it is...
It's
out of bounds, but it was caught by a Staples defensive back.
Yeah, it's Petrosino coming across the middle of the field there. Great play, but the referees are discussing it right now.
And we'll see what Staples...
We'll see.
The Staples reaction will tell us if it was an interception or not.
No, I think it's going to be an incomplete pass.
We'll see if Petrosino could get his... Staples. Petrosino gets down, and Staples goes crazy. So Auguste throws the game-losing interception there.
Unbelievable! What a play by Sam Petrosino!
As Staples goes wild, the referees determine that it was intercepted by Petrosino. And what a win for the records, as they are going to win against 3-0 Trumbull, a huge FCX win. And Game Time CT, that's all I have to say is every single one of you picked Trumbull to win this game. And I'm sorry, but that just did not happen tonight. Staples came out here, they did what they needed to do. With 17 seconds left, they're going to kneel it out behind efforts from Tyler Clark and Caleb Smith and James Hillhouse.
What a performance by the Staples team. So much fight in them. They were the complete underdogs as all the Trumbull students are making their way out. They know this game is over.
We're going to wave them all goodbye right now. But what a game here by the Wreckers, as we cannot discredit Rowan Johnston.
Oh yeah, absolutely amazing performance by Rowan Johnston. He was just absolutely dominant this entire game with pretty much no stopping him. Only reason they lost this game is because of some Staples big plays in the second half and ultimately taking the ball out of Johnston's hands on that last drive.
So now Staples will kneel it down. Caleb Smith has the football, kneels it down, and this clock will run. What a game here by the Wreckers.
That is amazing. Just an amazing job. Just never stopped fighting this Wrecker team as they just take down the number 17 in the state according to Game Time CT. As the Wrecker fans, they're all excited.
Heading out now, happy with this game in itself. I was Jack Ginsberg alongside Colin Mentor. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we will be back. Staples beats Trumbull in a tough, fought-out game.
That was so much. That was so hype. They were just talking like about
Ty and Gavin would never be like
dying.
Bro.
Oh, God, that was dope.
I'm so happy. That was a good game, bro.
Okay, now we got to feel this up.
Yeah, should I, you should bring the,
Yeah.
oh, we know, but then we have to bring it back down.
Just bring it back down harder.
Well, with all the stuff in it, and the way that you did last time. Last time we did this staircase was a lot of stuff. I feel like we should just try to, like, package everything up right now.
Okay.
Alright.